Hello and welcome to the Easy Allies podcast. I'm your host, Michael Hubert, joined by Daniel Bloodworth.
Rapid change of speed.
What?
It was like you're kind of like trailing off and then welcome.
Yeah.
It's like
It's all over the place.
yeah.
I just started new ADHD medication and it's really fucking me up. We are also joined by Robamiani.
Hello.
Clipping that.
How's it going?
Yeah. Going mostly well. In the control room, making it all happen.
Silk foil.
What? Silk foil?
Isla was typing and she was trying to write social and it came out silk foil.
Silk foil. Silk
This
foil
next one is
Isla.
my game, right?
Yeah, hey, what's up?
We got Isla in there. We got Don Casanova. Don, I've been playing Mortal Kombat Legacy. It is so good. It is so freaking good. Like if you actually like the history of video games, like you gotta play it. You gotta play it. And back there, Gabby Montu. Friends, we're here to talk about what's new, what's news, and what is going on in the video game industry. There is a lot going on today,
Yeah, here I tweeted this out, but it's like, we got a stack week of games. We don't need to worry about any headlines. And then this week happened. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
We cannot not talk about these things.
It's
so.
out of control. Yeah. So, everybody, this week, of which there is a lot, we have new Steam machines.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Hopefully.
Just whoa. Like out of nowhere, it feels like.
Absolutely out of nowhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm glad I didn't miss anything because when this was announced, I was like, what?
Yeah.
We also have the Super Mario Galaxy movie trailer. Excited about that. And then we're going to be talking about Netflix games. They got a lot going on.
Netflix game night. They had a big preview for us yesterday, so I'll get into all of that.
Horizon, one of the absolute biggest PlayStation IPs, is getting an MMO from NCSoft. We're going to talk about that. Hyrule Warriors, Damiani's been playing. Stoked. Ambrosia Sky and what do we always call it, Isla?
Lumines Aries.
Lumines Aries.
Luminous Arise.
Lumines Aries as well.
Oh my gosh.
Love that. If you could live in one video game world, what would it be?
One world?
Yeah, like a universe, a video game universe.
It'd be like Harvest Moon or something.
Yeah,
where like there's no
nice.
enemies. You're just
that.
farming and dating. It's like,
are we regular people still? Then yeah.
Harvest Moon. It's actually perfect.
Pokemon. There you go.
Oh, Pokemon's good. Pokemon is actually a really good answer. I love that.
What? Pokemon? Like
Yeah.
giant dragons just wreaking havoc.
But they can be your friends. Exactly, Damiani.
your
Exactly.
friends.
Yeah.
And they don't
Except
seem to
there's
hurt
also the
people
villains and the rivals.
I'm doing the anime world. I'm doing the anime, not the video game. I'm doing the anime version of Pokemon. There we go.
Love that.
It's all jolly.
That's so good. But before we get started, everyone, we must answer for the mistakes we made on last week's podcast. Isla, please cue corrections music. Oh, Alexander Zirianov, here to keep us in line, here to keep us in check, says, quote, the very first episode of the Easy Allies podcast had a love and respect segment.
Yeah.
There it
you
is.
guys are making
Nice.
me
We're all
doubt. I'm like,
frauds.
I think we did. I don't know how we
Easy
did, but I
Allies
think we
people.
did.
I remember we reached out on Patreon, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, because that would be the thing, like, right? Like, we had an all-day group stream, so we had the Patreon set up. We probably
'Cause-
put up a post, and there were only, like, 2 love and respect questions in the early days.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because I remember I had an episode out of Easy Update before we had a podcast. Because I did it like that first week. And the podcast was the next week.
Yeah. Love that.
So, yeah.
So there it is.
So
Episode
we could
1.
not remember the timeline. We were just thinking, like, oh, yeah, we shot the podcast day 1. And so there would have been no time for anyone to submit. But even if it was day 1, there still would have been time.
It was
Yeah.
like week 1, yeah. Week 1.5, 2.
500 love and respect segments then, Love it. Thank you, Isla.
Very
Thank
brief.
you, Zirianov. All right. As Mobius says, let's get into this.
Yeah.
New Steam hardware. Holy moly. What did Isla
Sorry?
call it? Isla, you called it in Slack something so funny. The Gabe
Oh,
something.
people are calling it the Gabe Cube
Gabe Cube, yeah.
Gabe.
Oh yeah.
because it's a cube.
Yeah. Well,
so
it's
good.
also now we have, two current hardware makers, creating competition for mini fridges, essentially. That just looks like a fridge to me.
Totally.
And then somebody mocked up, because you can change the front panel on it.
Oh, okay.
They actually mocked up what looks like the image of like a cooler
The
where you
inside
can
of
like
a
see
fridge.
in and see a soda bottle.
Oh my gosh.
But it's only 6 inches.
Crazy. So today of filming is Thursday, and on Wednesday, so yesterday for us right now, Steam dropped an announcement video headlining 3 new pieces of hardware coming out. They started by talking about how happy they are with the Steam Deck. Mm-hmm. Isla, are you happy with the Steam Deck before we move on?
Yeah, I am.
It's a good piece of hardware.
I really love the Steam Deck. It's funny though because, and they talk about this, or they said that a lot of their consumers were beating them to the punch with the Steam machine, which we'll get into in a minute. But like the, unless I'm traveling, my Steam Deck is hooked up to the Steam Deck dock, and I'm playing it on my TV, which
Love that.
looks like
Oh,
total
really?
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful.
Oh,
So like this
it's
will
not
be
good.
No, I mean it's good. Like it's great for like games that are like pixel art. Like Drifter looks fine.
Yeah,
Seance
games that
at
don't
Blake
have
Manor
variable
looks fine.
visuals, right? Basically.
Yeah, but like I tried to play Baldur's Gate 3 like that at first, and I was like, this isn't happening. I can't read any of this. Like 720 pushed up to 4K doesn't suit every game.
Very interesting. Okay. Well, they dropped an announcement video highlighting 3 new pieces. They started talking about how happy they are with Steam Deck, but saying they aren't talking about that today, and they pivoted to talk about the future of Steam hardware blood. First, take us away, man. New Steam controller, first off.
Yeah. So I'm on the fence as to whether I would buy one of these or not. Like, it looks cool, but I've got plenty of Xbox controllers. I've got the Stadia controller. Like, I got, I can put the PS5 controller. Like, I don't need another controller for PC. But it is really pretty nice. And they talked too, like, one of the things with the goals was, having a controller that works for anything. Right, and that's why they have the trackpads and stuff on there, just like the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
So that you can play games that have mouse controls with the trackpad if that's what you want to do. So they've got the dual trackpads, they've got HD haptics like the PS5 and the Switch 2. They've got gyro, they've got grip buttons back there. They talked right out of the box. You can do custom controller bindings, change all of the inputs if you
Love
want.
that. That should be a standard thing in all games moving forward, right? Custom controller
I
mapping.
think on a system level, yeah.
Absolutely.
Magnetic thumbsticks, quote, for improved responsiveness and longevity. So getting right out there ahead of any like worries about stick drift and stuff like that. They have capacitor sensors
Flux
on the tops,
capacitors?
on the tops of the thumbsticks and on basically the spines of the grip, so it knows that like if you're touching those spots. And the example that they used is that if like you do like a gesture on those, or like if you tap the top of the thumbstick, then you can start using the gyro controls. But they also
for
said
like aiming.
yeah, but they also said that you can remap that as well, just like any other input.
Love that.
You could like make it so that like if you lift your pinky, then you start gyro aiming, so stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
It looks like the Duke. It looks like
it's a little
OG
big looking,
fucking-
but I think it's partly because the bottom is so filled in.
Like a
with
Yeah, 'cause it
Duke
has the
Cross
mice
Pro
on it.
controller?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has the sticks are oriented like a PlayStation controller. So the D-pad is primary on the left side, and the left stick is a little lower.
DualShock 4 today still my favorite of all time. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna put that out in the
Wow.
universe.
I'm
DualShock
definitely
4.
more in the Switch 2 Pro
Nice.
camp. The only thing with that is it doesn't have analog triggers. That's the worst part about it. Otherwise, it's really, really comfy.
Yeah.
35-hour battery life, which is great.
That is good.
My
Yeah, for
PS5
sure,
controller just can't make it through a game
I gotta have
session anymore.
I gotta
Yeah.
have one permanently charging, and then the one I'm using, and I'm just like constantly.
I'm
Yeah,
close
for
enough to
sure.
where like the plug is fine.
Yeah.
If I need to plug it in, but yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah.
And then they talked about the puck,
The puck.
which is a combo like charge adapter or charge point and wireless adapter. So you don't have to worry about all the pairing and stuff. The puck is hooked up through like a USB cable to your PC or Steam machine or whatever. So it's handling the wireless communication. So you don't have to worry about like pairing and all that. But it's also a point where you just like set the controller down on it and charge.
Yeah.
So nice, kind of elegant little solution. But you can also use it as Bluetooth if you want. You can also wire it if you want. So all of those options are on the table. And then they use this to segue because it supports any device with Steam.
Yes.
PC, Mac, handheld, phone, Steam Deck, all of that. You can use the controller with.
Then they announced Bloodworth. Brand new Steam machine. Here we go.
What year was it? Does
What?
anyone know off the top of their head when they first started
The
talking
OG?
about Steam machines?
No.
2013, I think.
My
Yeah.
God.
Let me check. They
Jeez.
like soft killed it in 2018. I remember that from reading about this.
Crazy.
It is wild that like they've been pursuing this for so long.
Especially right after Switch 2 comes out. Like, I need Damiani's takes here. If all third-party games are just going to be infinitely better on the Steam machine, how does that make you
Steam
feel
Machine
about...
Isn't competing. Steam Machine's not a handheld though.
Yeah.
It's also
Steam
not
Deck's-
a console really, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's more in the
it's
console
the-
space. But
Yeah.
Yeah, Steam Deck 2, the one, whenever that does come out, will be like more
Got
concerned.
it, got it.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is just like good because
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what like Microsoft's been kind of fumbling lately, obviously. So we were
That's
gonna
true.
like who's gonna compete with like Sony and keep them in check with their prices because Sony and Nintendo don't view themselves as competitors officially. So and they really don't. Who knows how much it really has impact on those strategies. So this is kind of nice, even though they're not a direct competitor. It's just nice to have people still. You would assume they wouldn't do something like this. They just wait for Steam Deck 2 and do that instead of doing this. Also, the other part of this is hopefully all of this, and Steam seeing success from this. One thing I hope they keep developing is like Steam OS because it looks like Windows is going to shit in the
Oh,
future
it's
because it's going to be
so
all
annoying.
AI apparently with Windows 12. So it's like need something else. And I know there's
Yeah,
like
for
Linux
sure.
alternatives, but there's a big opening there for gamers who are going to want to have like an operating system that isn't Windows that is ready to go, like has Steam out of the box ready to go and play their favorite games is not a hassle.
it's like
So-
every 5 weeks, my laptop with Windows 11 will like hold me hostage. Like we're gonna put you through first time setup again. It's like, hey, you haven't activated cloud
my
saving on
God.
this. It's like, hey, Microsoft
I hate
365. Like, hey. I'm like, bro, I just want to watch Hulu. Shut up. Oh my god.
Yo. Netflix, Last Samurai Standing. Check it out. Fucking sick.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so you want to get into the nitty gritty here? You want me to go through it again?
Do it. Do
Hell
it, bud.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we already talked about the shape of it. Xbox Series X vibes, like you just like cut off the head or something there.
It does look like the Series X for sure.
It does have a nice little LED strip at the bottom, and one thing that's nice is that front square panel.
Does that
They
strip
can
light
do.
up?
They can. Yes.
You can
that
turn it
annoys me.
off.
17
You can
LED.
turn it off
Turn it
fully?
off.
Yeah.
Isla, I love you. Thank you.
17 LED
Anytime-
lights that you can do whatever you want with. Yeah.
Like I'm a psycho, so anytime there's any kind of like light or anything, like I have custom cardboard
RGB.
pieces that I've made to like put over
You
lights.
just need to learn where those controls are.
I can't.
You can turn
handle
it off. It also like has a kind of cute functionality where it's like it'll show you download progress.
Yeah. There's
Which I
stuff like
think is
that.
kinda
You can
cute.
do neat little things like that.
That's pretty.
So
it's
it's
like-
not just the light.
I'm hoping that you can leave it on for download progress and off for everything else.
That's amazing, Isla. I agree with you 1,000%. That's amazing.
I think it's nice to have on if it's like actually just like that it's running.
I don't like lights when I'm trying to watch.
Oh,
a
even
movie.
when you're
Yeah, I need to be
okay.
immersed. I don't need any lights in front of me. Yeah.
Yeah, because it could be pretty bright too.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you're watching a movie, unless you're watching it from the Steam machine,
True.
then
You could probably run Plex on this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Tubi.
They said 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck.
Wow.
Which is such a weird metric.
Yeah,
6x.
It is a weird metric because they're saying it's still roughly like
6
power
times
wise
the detail.
around a PS5, Xbox Series X level in there.
Slightly
So it's a series-
under.
Slightly under. Yeah.
It's under a Series X.
It's under a PS5. It's like between a Series S and a Series X. Obviously, like that's very, like, it's hard. The Digital Foundry video that I watched was talking about that, and it's like, it's kind of hard to exactly say like it's exactly as powerful as this because
you
like
have new tech. Yeah.
it's
Same
a
thing with the Switch
PC.
too, yeah.
It's new tech that they haven't had a hands-on with besides a few like in the office demo that they had in Steam's office.
Yeah.
But like since it's a Steam thing, you can change the settings. It's going to be running on Steam OS
Yeah.
with the RAD-V or whatever drivers, which are actually pretty good.
Nice.
Like, so there's a lot of interesting stuff because it's like it does seem like the graphics card is a little underpowered, but probably that's to hit a price point that we're hoping is. I mean, the Digital Foundry guy said $399 is like what he's hoping for.
$399.
That's
That'd
what
be
he said.
good.
That's what he said he was hoping for, and I was like, that seems crazy.
I was
low.
thinking like
Yeah.
700 to 800.
Which is crazy.
He was saying if they go $499 or $500, he would start thinking this is overpriced.
I agree. I'm going to agree with that. The professionals there, because PS5 has been out for 5 years, and if this isn't even as powerful as that, and you're going to charge some premium price, that seems wrong.
Yeah,
that seems incorrect.
that
but it's
also
still a
seems
PC.
incorrect.
But it's weaker than a PS5,
Sure.
which is 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on par with the Series X, so like that just seems weird. Yeah.
My gut is $499.
Yeah.
For the here's the other complication is that it'll come in 2 SKUs. It'll have a 512
premium.
SSD and a 2 terabyte SSD,
Yeah.
but it's just the SSD, and you can swap the hard drive yourself.
Yeah.
They showed that at the Digital
okay.
Foundry. You can put another
Yeah, that makes
M2. It
sense.
looked
'Cause
like
again,
an
it's a
M2
PC.
slot. Yeah. And they said you can swap out some of the RAM and stuff, but it's like buried inside, so it'd be like actually more of a thing.
Also,
But,
super expensive right now.
And really expensive, yeah. But the weird thing with this is like, because I'm looking at the Steam Deck prices right now, right? And like the 256 LCD is $399. The 512 OLED is $549, and
Yeah,
the 1
that's what-
terabyte
that's what
OLED
I'm
is
saying. It's like,
$649. But
Saying
this
it's
is
going to be 500 seems
no, but this
really
has
optimistic.
this doesn't have a screen. This doesn't
Sure.
have it doesn't need OLED. It doesn't need the crazy little handheld form factor. It doesn't come with. I don't think it comes with the controller. I've been a little unclear on that.
Yeah, I think that's just a question we don't know the answer to.
So like that pricing, the Steam Deck pricing compared to this, and the Steam Deck is a few years older, and this is using like slightly modified off-the-shelf parts.
Mm-hmm.
500 starts to sound reasonable for the 512, and I mean maybe they can get it in at 400. I don't know.
Yeah.
If there's a Steam Deck at 400, it seems possible, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's they said semi-custom AMD CPU and GPU.
Which I think the Digital Foundry guys were saying that probably just means that because normally that chipset has 32 cores or whatever, and this one has 28, I think.
Oh, okay.
So they're saying it's probably kind of just that.
Yeah. 4K 60 FPS gameplay if you're using FSR.
Need it.
And that's
So you need to be using FSR to hit that.
and that's they were again I
4K 60.
quoting that
maybe.
Digital Foundry video a lot, but like they're the guys I trust for this kind of shit.
Yeah,
but
for
like
sure.
they were saying that claim seems lofty based on the hardware.
Yeah.
They were saying that like that's not a claim they would make with any confidence. So yeah, who knows?
And just for context, the first Steam machine was November 10th, 2015.
Oh, okay.
And now we are getting one in 2026.
When they actually released
That
it.
was
Yeah,
there was a
quote, unquote,
long
released it.
That was the
I
first
think they
generation.
announced it in
announcements.
2013, maybe.
Yeah, but that was the first gen. Now we're getting the second gen, 11 years later. So,
Yeah.
Pretty
Well,
tight.
I mean, it's a
They had
whole. Yeah.
yeah.
It's the
Steam
same
Deck in
philosophy.
there.
It's the thing that they've been like crunching on behind the scenes, but it's like this actually feels like, oh, you figured it out now.
Yeah.
I think that's really what it comes down to. Like back then, it's like, what is Steam doing?
Just kind of throw
this
something
is a bunch of
out.
weird nonsense.
I mean,
And now it works. Yeah.
I honestly think that Steam OS is like the biggest asset of the Steam Deck and the Steam machines. Hopefully
That's a great
coming out.
call.
Like
yeah.
the architecture that this stuff runs on it's really good, and it like runs games very well on pretty modest hardware. I think
Yeah.
like
Good.
it takes advantage of like pretty much everything, because like Windows has all this bloat and trash happening that SteamOS just kind of doesn't have.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Yeah, well, and that's one of the things too that we're talking about from the OG Steam machines till now. All the stuff they're figuring out, like big picture mode was something that they added for those
Right.
old
Big
Steam
picture
machines.
mode.
Like all of that stuff. It feels like the past 12 years have actually led to this.
And they said they're gonna have a separate verified tag for machine and deck
Yes,
and frame.
that's
maybe?
one of the things that they announced. It's
Which is
just
kinda
like
cool.
they made it clear that like this is going to be Steam machine check mark there,
Verified.
which is something that Dave Oshry from New Blood was criticizing about Xbox, because with the new ROG Ally X, there's not like an easy clear
ROG.
badge
ROG.
there to like, is this going to work well on here?
Yeah, you need
whereas
that
Steam
verification.
is like got it locked down with the Steam Deck verified.
Yeah, chat points out Proton is also really good. The like DirectX thing that they do. Yeah, all that. I was including all that in the software package that they run this stuff on, because it's really good.
Dude,
Yeah.
the ROG is so expensive. What the fuck?
The power brick is internal, Huber, so no big plug. Nice. Slim plug. It does have a built-in wireless mode for the Steam controller, so you don't have to worry about using a puck if you've got that. And then that's it for what I got in my notes there.
Nice.
We hit all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like, they were saying in the Digital Foundry, and I agree, especially since they're doing 2 different SKUs already with the hard drive sizes, that it's interesting that they don't have, because this is an 8 gigabyte chipset on the GPU. It is strange because they were saying that GPU also comes in a 16 gig form factor, and they were saying it's odd that they aren't offering like a slightly more premium, like different SKU for that also, like giving you the choice on that as well, because like that's an upgrade I would probably make personally for this, because it's like obviously like it'll be really cool to have a Steam Deck that can play pretty on par with modern 6-year-old consoles or however old the PS5 and Xbox Series X are, but like basically it's just a slightly better option for docking your Steam Deck resolution wise, and 6 times the detail, but like like we were saying, not as powerful as a modern console. So it's like how quickly will this thing age? Like it feels a little less future proofed than I would have expected. But I
But
really
that's
think
also true of the Steam Deck, right?
that's sure. But I really think that to me indicates that they were trying to hit a price point, probably of $400. But like that, like, because to me, there's no other reason to kind of like hobble it like that.
I'm curious to see who y'all think this is for, because I feel like casual gamers would never go this route. They would get a PlayStation or an Xbox or a Nintendo Switch, and then hardcore gamers already have PS5 or Xbox and Switch, and usually a PC on top of that. So I just don't know where this fits within the grand scheme of the gaming landscape. Like, who are we
I think it's
attracting here? What do we think?
Probably
It's for-
enthusiast.
It's for enthusiasts. It's for people with.
But don't the enthusiasts already have the most powerful graphics cards and
Yeah,
PCs
and then-
possible?
There's enough of
And
us
then you
old
can-
enthusiasts that do not want to deal with.
But
the
also,
headaches
you
of
can
a
stream
normal PC,
all
yeah.
your Steam
Got it.
games from this or to this from your big computer, or from this to your Steam Deck, or to the frame.
Yeah.
Like, it's to put a cheaper Steam PC in the living room. So
Right.
for the 20% of your Steam library
That-
you want to play on the TV,
That's a good take.
you
But
play it on the
that's
TV.
super niche.
I don't think so, dude.
I mean,
the Steam Deck
is
sold well.
pretty niche as well.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. It's for Isla in particular, who's
This is for me.
Yeah,
doesn't-
it is
doesn't
literally
wanna
for
sit at
Isla
her desk
only.
and play on
I
the
don't want to
PC.
sit at
Yeah.
my desk and I like PC games. Like,
Yeah.
help me, Gabe.
Yeah.
You're my only hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Steam is popping off. You know, especially this year. Like I said, like I've been playing so many games on PC, and they're not needy of PC requirements. They
Yeah.
don't need a high-end PC in any way.
Totally.
But that's just where the games are. You know, it's
Yeah.
just, that's how a lot of, indie publishers and smaller publishers, it's just like, we can get it out on Steam. If it does well, then we can start worrying about the consoles and everything else.
So true.
And I think that's especially
really good, Blood, yeah.
in the growing markets, right? Like there's a big rise in that stuff in Japan and in Asia and like a lot of other places where consoles are not really doing very well.
Yeah.
And Steam can be in those spaces.
Got it. So it's kind of like a bridge
Mm-hmm.
between the two in a way.
Yeah, like
Okay.
for
Yeah.
like what Chad is saying right now, this thing will play Steam Deck perfectly, says Zorgla. Poppin says it'll play Stardew Valley in 4K 60 for sure. Like the stuff I'm thinking of playing on this thing is not, The Witcher 4. It's The Drifter. It's Seance at Blake Manor. It's stuff like that. And I'm like, that'll be a great TV experience.
Yeah. But then the counter is like those are on console usually. But then like
Yeah, but sometimes I
Some
get
of
a
those aren't
code
yet.
from Blood
Yeah.
for the Steam version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know?
well, that's the other thing too. For
Yeah.
the publisher developer side, it's way easier
But then
to distribute code. Yeah.
and I know it's so interesting. It's so interesting. Like a new console launch. It's crazy. Because then I'm thinking about exclusives, right? And it's like, all right, if a PS5 is a little more powerful or on par, but they also get the Sony games and this doesn't. But then also like console exclusives are going away.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
less of
you're-
a factor
Especially with
now. Yeah.
with Xbox,
Yeah.
they're publishing on Steam.
Exactly.
So you only aren't getting PlayStation and Nintendo exclusives.
Yeah.
So and PlayStation eventually you
Is
might
eventually
get.
goes to PC. Yeah, for
Not
sure.
every game, but a lot of them
Yeah.
eventually get there. Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah.
I'm jazzed for it. I can't wait until the mad rush for the pre-orders.
When
we
is
don't
that
know-
going down? When's that
we
going
don't
down?
know.
Steam is actually really good about that too.
They actually are. Yeah.
like
They
because
let
it's
you
tied to your
in-
account.
Was it like phased or whatever? I can't remember how they did it for the Steam Deck, but I got one
Yeah.
pretty easily. But I thought I remembered it being like kind of contentious a little. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't know when sales go up. We don't know the price.
I
they
think-
have repeatedly said early 2026, but who knows?
Nice.
I think what the thing was there, Isla, is that like you kind of had to wait your turn, but
yeah,
it was
that's
like,
yeah.
but you were still like, you didn't have to worry about like, oh, can I get in there in this like weird mad rush? It's like, no, you put it in, you get
Well,
your
it was
spot
a
in
rush.
line.
yeah.
Yeah,
I remember it was a rush to get in the first wave. Because
Right.
I remember being happy I got in the first wave for Steam Deck.
You know what they should have done is launch with Half-Life 3.
we're not there yet.
Fuck!
We're not there yet.
Who
We're
knows?
not there yet.
Portal 3? Give me something.
We're not
It's
there yet.
been a couple of years.
At least we had Alex.
Alex.
There's a
so
pulse.
They've had time.
There's a
They
pulse.
showed Alex on the frame.
Yep. Next, third item, Steam Frame, brand new VR headset, and this is the thing that I am the most interested in, right?
wireless.
Well, yeah, it's the blend. It's got both worlds. So, like Oculus Rift, it can run games natively, or it can stream games from your PC. And they've really sounds like they've put a lot of thought into making sure that streaming games from your PC is actually really good and solid. They've got a separate little USB wireless adapter.
Got it.
With like a high-speed wireless connection that's dedicated only for your headset. And then Do you remember foveated rendering?
No, Bloodworth.
From
I
the
do not
PSVR 2?
remember foveated rendering.
Okay, so
I don't
this-
even think Damiani does.
What is that?
I think he probably does.
I know what it is.
So basically, foveated
Half-Life
rendering
2!
is what it does, and it works on other VR systems as well, PSVR 2,
This is foveated rendering.
well, I'm getting to that, but
Yeah.
that's not foveated rendering, but
Yes, it is.
it's close. So foveated rendering it's using the eye tracking, so it's rendering the parts of the game that you're looking at in higher resolution.
I do
How is
remember
that literally
concept.
not this graphic?
Yeah,
that
I
was
agree.
shown?
Because that's foveated streaming.
Oh my god.
And so what
my
foveated
God.
streaming is doing is it's giving you a higher bit rate over the streaming connection.
My brother
I'm
for
gonna
where you're
punch you in
looking.
the head.
If you wouldn't interrupt me and let me get to what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
No, we have to interrupt
Fine.
you. We have to. It's more fun that way.
Foveated streaming, everybody.
Sounds like
Foveated with a V.
OVA stream.
I just care about wires, blood. I don't give a shit
Screen
about
space
any
foveated rendering.
like
Where
as
we're
a
going, we don't need wires.
truly as a casual VR consumer, as the absolute most casual possible, the only fucking thing I would ever care about is wires or not. Like
Yeah.
setting up VR was the most cumbersome, annoying thing where it's like, I want to play this, but I don't want to set it up. I'm not going to do it. I'm done. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. So
Like,
now all you need
sorry.
is you plug in a USB
Yes.
stick and you
That
put your
is
headset on.
That
Yeah.
is the absolute number one selling point to me as a human.
Putting it all
Easily.
in a dongle is very cool.
VR2 isn't too bad. It's just one wire, but it's still kind of there.
Yeah.
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 So the two models, there's a 256 gigabyte and a 1 terabyte, but this is another advantage this has over the Quest. It has an SD card slot.
Oh, okay.
You're not limited to that internal storage.
That's big.
And Digital Foundry, one of the things they brought up is that you can use that same SD card across all of those devices. So you
That's
can take
big.
that SD card from your Steam Deck and over to the Steam machine and over to the VR, and you have your games there, so you don't have to worry about downloading them all over again.
Nice.
Important note, though, on that, it's not an express slot, so you wouldn't want to run something super graphics intensive. It would run Balatro fine, but
Mhm.
you don't want something that needs a really fast hard drive
Got it.
for that.
Through the.
For the SD, yeah.
Got it. Got
Yeah.
it.
Okay, it's good to
Cool.
know. Good to know.
Very good.
But I think you can tell games where to install on these. So it's like just install the big girl games on the SSD and the
Yeah.
little indie games that, pixel art on the SD card.
Totally.
They don't think, because I was wondering about this as soon as I saw it, they don't think that it will accommodate glasses, so you will need...
That is a bummer.
That is a huge bummer.
Yeah, so
I
you
saw
need either-
Avatar 2, The Way of Water re-release in theaters 3D, and I didn't remember to bring my glasses, and I was struggling.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit.
I was wondering where that was going.
Yeah, I'm getting a headache here. I didn't have my glasses.
Yeah.
Gotta wear my glasses.
So you either need contacts or you need to get the custom inserts that they make for...
Got it.
Yeah, there's companies that just only do that, prescription inserts.
Prescription lenses in your VR it's a level of
It's
a level of dedication I'm not willing to
that
do.
is
I don't know.
I
dedication,
mean,
Iowa.
If I ever actually cross the bridge where I buy one of these things, because as so far VR has just been something I borrowed from the office.
Yeah.
If I bought one, then I would
Yeah.
maybe get the prescription lenses. But since I'm not owning a VR, it's I'm not gonna invest that
Yeah.
extra money in.
Always want to throw it to Damiani. I know, I get sick when I play VR a little bit, not as severe as you. Whenever VR is announced, are you intrigued? Do you kind of just dismiss it? What's going on, Damiani? Yeah, just- yeah.
I don't dismiss it, but
It's not for you.
I'm just uninterested in it.
Yeah.
That's all, just because I can't really participate in it.
Yeah.
But I don't mean to imply that I don't
Yeah.
want it to exist.
It's just not
Like
important
that.
to you
It's fine.
personally. Yeah.
Yeah, more ways, I guess. I mean, I also think it's very enthusiast driven. I never think it's going to be mainstream. So
I agree with
as
that.
long as people understand that and set their expectations accordingly, then obviously it delivers very amazing experiences. I mean,
sure.
Half-Life Alyx is the one everyone keeps going back to. That That was like a big, important, VR game that you need to play in VR.
Yeah.
That
And I'll always have
experience it.
I'll always have a soft spot for Resident Evil 7 VR as well.
Isla, you have a Quest 3, right?
I do, yeah.
So do you understand this hype for pancake lenses?
They're better, but I don't remember why.
I mean, it's apparently the main thing is it makes the whole image clearer. So
yeah,
like
it's not distorted on the edges, I think.
Yeah, with the Fresnel or Fresnel or whatever, like the stuff that's in all the other
Fresnel.
VRs, like you get kind of like this blurry border.
Totally.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
And
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that I know on the Quest 3 and the VR2, I believe, it makes it easier for the lenses to be like adjustable, like width-wise, I think. Because there's like less space being taken up.
Yeah.
I don't think the PSVR 2 has pancake lenses. I think it's still on the other ones.
Oh, okay. Well, the Quest 3 does, and you can just kind of do a little slider and slide them together. But yeah, they just look better, I guess.
I just love a good VR spin-off. I love a good VR spin-off to an existing universe that I'm already invested in. To look at it from a different perspective. It's like, let me hop into this universe with the VR. I love
well, I
that
mean,
stuff.
like
Yeah.
you're talking about 3D glasses, just that alone.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like everything just feels more solid. you
Yeah.
know, like playing on a 3DS. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out 3DS, Don.
3DS.
He nods. He smiled and nodded.
Yeah, he does. He
The
does.
battery is on the back of the head strap. So it provides a counterbalance, is what they were saying.
Interesting.
So that
you think that would be
sits-
comfortable?
That's what it's supposed to do. It
Oh,
makes
yeah,
it
no,
more comfortable. Yeah.
I actually, for my for my Quest 3, I replaced the headset with one that has a battery pack in the back, and it does really, really help because it like balances out the thing. The one I have also has little pads on top,
Ooh,
so
I
it like
that.
doesn't just rest on your face,
Yeah.
which is a big.
That's what I was wondering
big
too. It's like
thing.
there's nothing going across the top of my head.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Yeah.
know about that. We'll see.
It's so interesting how long iterations take when you're dealing with something of this, magnitude of expense and R&D and all that. And it's like, here we are years later, finally solving these wire issues and, uncomfortable issues. Like,
Yeah.
super interesting.
There's one thing this is kind of weird, but I just wanted to kind of shout this out because I really appreciated it, that the materials that they have on the website and like the people that they have like using these things and demoing each of the things.
if you click on top, you can see each one.
Yeah. It's really nice because there's a lot of diversity in these, and like each of the things, I don't know, it's just like look at these two lesbians, goddamn, like it's just really nice. I don't know. And like the Steam frame, they have different people of different ages and different like backgrounds using this stuff. Like, yeah, like you never see an older lady using a VR headset in like
That's like
marketing
my
materials.
grandma right there.
Yeah, and I just think that that's really nice. So shout
Yeah,
out to Valve for that.
All these pages are just super well designed.
They're really good,
All
yeah.
the spec sheets make it very clear what all the features are. Like the only thing missing is price and release date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two
But,
of the
yeah.
most important things
Yeah.
to the general consumer,
Yeah.
for sure.
But I mean, it is crazy. Like, I think they've also kind of learned their lesson from the original Steam Deck announcement, which was, I don't know, 12 years early, like, or 8 or whatever it was. But like
You mean Steam Machines?
Steam Machine, yeah, sorry. This is kind of an interesting way to announce something where it's just like, hey, all of a sudden this thing exists. You never knew about it before, but now you do. And it comes out in 3 or 4 months. And yeah, so I mean, it is just like an announcement, but it's kind of a cool way to do it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there it is. Steam making a big splash today.
Yeah.
I would have rather had Half-Life 3 over all of this. But whatever. I'll wait.
We'll
No
get
rush. Honestly, no rush. It'll come one day, maybe, or not. Whatever. Got 40,000 other games to play in the meantime, but, maybe one day they'll be like, hey, new Steam machine. coming out first.
One thing that we can count
Steam
on,
Machine first or something.
whether or not it's actually real,
Yeah.
is for Bucky to go to the Game Awards and say Gabe's rules in the lobby.
Totally. All right. Well, that's crazy. New console, 2025. Because we keep hearing rumblings about the new PlayStation in 2028. I keep seeing that kind of rumor, headline stuff going on. So we're kind of in the middle of this generation, but it's like, all right, we're already thinking about that next one. It's crazy.
In the PlayStation,
so fast.
the PlayStation financial report, they described PS5 is in the middle of its life cycle.
Yeah.
But you know that means
They're
you're going to have a
starting
year or
to-
two beyond when the new one launches.
Totally.
So, yeah.
Like,
Crazy.
didn't Cerny and somebody have that weird like AI tech video that they did? Like,
It wasn't
a
really
month
an
ago?
AI tech video, but we talked about that, where they were
Yeah.
like basically, they were talking about all the features that will be in the next hardware. But it was also very much like, these are the things that we're investigating. So I was like, okay, so you're not manufacturing this anytime soon.
We're investigating. I love that.
Right.
All righty. Next up, Jolly Vibes. The Super Mario Galaxy movie trailer just dropped. The sequel, obviously, to the Mario movie. Not Bob Hoskins, the Mario animated movie.
Although I would love that.
Same, Isla.
I'm a
Shout out.
supporter of that film, dude.
Big time same.
Big time supporter.
Yep. Big same. Dennis Hopper as Bowser. Let that
insane.
sink in. That is insane.
There's a shot in that movie where half of the Twin Towers disappear.
It's crazy. Oh my god, that movie's insane. But we are getting a follow-up to the wildly successful, critically and commercially, Mario movie. And we're getting Super Mario Galaxy as the follow-up. Damiani and Bloodworth reacted to that. And we would
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Right? It's 6 a.m.
That is hardcore. The reason I don't watch movie trailers, I don't like them. They spoil everything. So that's why I'm out on all movie trailers usually.
And for viewers, just so we don't
Doesn't
get
really. It's a Nintendo. Nintendo is very cognizant of like not spoiling things. I feel like
That's a good take. You're right.
I feel like they showed just enough, and you now have like hopes like, oh, they have more to show off. Clearly, I can't wait for that. They treat it like their game marketing, basically.
Yeah.
Which is like maybe some movie companies could maybe learn from that. I know they feel like they have to show everything in their trailers because they need to convince people to go see movies because they, need them to be as awesome as possible. But so Nintendo maybe has that luxury that they can do something like this and be more secretive. But it's their MO and it works. It works for movies. It works for games. Now now it works for their movies. So it's like insane.
Damiani, I'm going straight to you, man. How are you feeling about this follow-up?
We shared the thoughts in the reaction. So to keep it a little bit shorter, I liked how they did like establishing extended scene with like Mario, Luigi, and Bowser.
Sick.
A little familiarity there.
Yes.
A little bit of humor. It was like a nice dynamic again, and then
That is
they
a great
drop
shot,
in
yeah.
like
So
the new heavy
cool.
hitters. They drop in Bowser Jr. and they drop in Rosalina, and then they also did like a reveal at the end of who the voice actors were, because like, okay, who's voicing them? And I didn't realize. Brie Larson is doing the voice of Rosalina, and she is a massive Nintendo fan who said she wanted to play
She
Samus in a Metroid movie.
That
So
is
I, like,
really
didn't-
cool casting,
It
actually.
hit me during the reactions.
Yeah.
I'm like, now afterwards, I'm like, oh wait, she's like, I was like, I saw the headline. I was
She's
like,
like
oh, shit,
hardcore.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome.
That's
that
really
she-
cool. She's not just some hired gun mercenary like Marvel Cinematic Universe fame big star name. It's like, no, she's like a hardcore Nintendo fan. It's so cool.
Yeah.
She put out a video that she recorded in May from Super Nintendo World in a
Wow.
warp pipe. She's like, I just can't wait to tell you. I can't post this video yet, but I can't wait to tell you that I'm Rosalina.
She's like, oh my god, I'm so excited. Yeah, it's so cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, I was telling Blood. This is why Tom Holland can never be in a Nintendo movie because
Spoil everything.
yeah, Nintendo would be like, no, we're sorry. I forget. I'm
So
forgetting
this
your name now,
shot
but
here, this is like the only real planetoid shot that we get, Huber. But you see
Planetoid.
Planetoid.
in like an ocean with like the water beneath it and everything.
That's out of control.
And I was trying to tell this earlier, but we're only showing stills.
Yeah, we don't
because
wanna get-
we will get hit for.
we don't wanna
copyright
get hit.
on
We
this,
don't want to
yeah.
get copyright stricken. That's why I'm just for viewers. That's why I'm just skipping through this
Yeah,
video.
Nintendo will make sure Easy Allies is extinct if we play this
Universal,
track.
yeah.
No, they'll
Do
just take
we
the money
have
away.
the Huber bait shot? We don't have to show it now, but did we get that shot?
The only
I don't
clip,
know what you mean, Dom.
The
Yeah,
only
what are you
clip
talking
I've
about?
seen, Damiani, is the painting of Bowser looking buff. That's the
No,
only
that's
thing
a
I've
meme
seen.
already. No,
Okay.
Huber, the roulette wheel, the casino.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
you're
not-
just in there.
There's a casino and like possibly a pinball thing.
what?
There might be a casino pinball thing.
Dude.
So it's that one where Peach is. She's fighting off like an army of ninjas.
Yo, that's an old boss too. That
Yeah,
boss
that's a boss
shot.
from Mario Galaxy.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I love that boss fight.
But yeah, maybe like try to get a little better frame here. But so
Oh my
Huber,
God.
so this
like at the end
she's
of it, yeah.
standing on a roulette wheel, spinning around in this cube, which is like one of those cube levels from like Mario Galaxy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Where you
yeah.
can go on the walls and stuff. And like every wall of this cube is a casino with like there's like slot machines back there.
Dude.
I think what Damiani was interpreting as a pinball thing is that circle, but I don't think that's what that is. I just don't know what
We'll
that
see.
is.
We'll see.
But yeah, but just like armies of ninjas coming down. Well,
Mario-
Peach fights them with a umbrella.
Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are two of the absolute greatest video games. You know, they're not even two of the greatest video games ever made. They're two of the greatest things ever made by human hands. Period. Full stop. I'm going to go that far. Galaxy
No.
1 and 2 is peak humanity.
They didn't show something that we definitely know is in the movie. We did not get to see Yoshi in this trailer.
Right.
Yoshi,
So
save it
that's
up.
what I was alluding.
Save
Yeah,
it up.
They're saving it up, and yeah.
And what about Donkey? Is Donkey in the trailer?
Oh,
So that was the
Rosalina
thing
was good.
we
That's a great
concluded
shot,
on that.
yeah.
Blood and I asked Blood what he thought
Dude,
about
Rosalina
whether or
looks
not Donkey
awesome.
Kong's going to be in this, or if Donkey Kong is going to be maybe busy on his own adventure and that solo movie he's apparently doing. that
Spin-off.
Nintendo's bad at not keeping a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think that Donkey Kong was for the first movie. We're gonna be too focused on Rosalina and
Rosalina,
Bowser
yeah.
Jr. and stuff. Like I think
Good call.
stuff going on in the galaxy because that's another thing. You saw that desert shot earlier.
Yeah.
That's the desert from Mario Odyssey.
Crazy.
Oh, I just realized they're going to travel in the ship from Odyssey.
Love that.
They're absolutely going to
happen.
travel in that.
It could
They're
happen. They could
that
also
they're
do the
gonna travel
Mario
on that.
head planetoid.
Or the Mario head, one of the two. But I think it might go with that with Odyssey because it would, that might be a little.
I was also
cooler.
theorizing because we see Peach and Toad take off in the stars without
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi there.
Yeah.
But it also looks like Bowser Jr. comes. So I think what might happen, what I'm theorizing, is
Love
that
this.
Bowser
I love
Jr.
this formal
comes,
edit between these two.
abducts Mario and Luigi, and
So
rescues
great,
his
Alan.
dad. And then, so Peach and Toad go off to rescue them.
Mm-hmm.
But then wherever Bowser Jr. takes them, they actually get out and they go on their own adventure, and like somehow they meet up
Got it.
out in the galaxy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
A Peach and Toad quest is a 10 out of 10.
Right.
We need that. We need Peach and Toad like out on their own doing stuff. That's good. That's really good.
You are getting vibes that this movie is going to end with a teaser for something bigger.
Damiani, that is what I was going to ask you right now. Will, hear me out. Don't make fun of me. Will we ever see Sonic the Hedgehog in these movies?
Oh, I don't know about Sonic. I think maybe for movies that might be a little bit more I don't know. I don't know about Sonic. I'll never say never. But I do
okay.
think,
That's a little tricky.
I,
yeah.
I
like
do
that.
think with their recent statements that they want to consistently make movies based on the Nintendo properties,
Yeah.
like cranking them out.
Samus
I think
is
I don't
ready.
know if they want to work towards like I was gonna say like just Smash Brothers, but
Yeah.
I could see them teasing another character and it like a Kirby, and it goes to a Kirby movie or something like that, where it's not like it's a shared universe, but you're never gonna get like Avengers like Smash Brothers. You're not gonna get that, but they will have like little cameo Easter eggs within each film for the fans, which
Yeah, I mean,
do.
it wouldn't be unprecedented
yeah.
because Kirby has shown up in some things here and there in the games.
Like I would expect to see Kirby in this.
Yeah,
as a
seeing
cameo.
Kirby like fly by on a star at some point.
Yeah, like a
Kirby post credits would send me, dude. I would freaking
He's just
scream in the theater.
He's hanging out with the press Luma, the one from the first movie that was the comic relief, and Kirby just sucks him up at the end. That's it. Because he gets so annoyed with them, he just sucks them up and shoots them out. There you go.
So awesome. Oh my goodness. Wow, we are in a good spot with
April.
Mario.
So that's why I'm
Wow.
thinking they'll have at least one more trailer, probably February, March timeframe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then they'll have this trailer that
Then they'll have the, like-
you don't want to watch. It's like
the 2 weeks
in
before the
April.
movie
Yeah, yeah.
comes out, they drop like 3 separate trailers. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, stay away. For sure. Wow, that's coming out soon. Hopefully, we do another Allies
what's its
meetup
release date
somehow
again?
for that, because that was a 10
I don't
out of
remember
10.
the exact date, but I know it's April.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was April. Is it not?
That's what I said.
Yeah. Hopefully we somehow find a way. Life finds a way.
April 3rd.
Brundlefly.
Oh, it's the beginning of April. Okay.
Nice.
Predator versus Brundlefly.
Huh. April 3rd in America, April 24th in Japan.
Yeah, I think that's not unusual.
They're
Yeah.
keeping the tradition alive, the old school tradition.
Love it.
Delayed, no global release, delayed releases.
That's old school. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. All right. Super Mario Galaxy coming out. That's great. I mean, movie.
What do they call the next
film
movie, though?
Adaptations
What's
are just so wonderful.
We'll see.
Yeah. Maybe I'm alone. I'm loving The Witcher right now. Cyberpunk Edge Runners is getting another season. Feels good.
As we'll see later, Death Stranding also.
Death
getting something.
Stranding, dude. Oh my God. It's out of control. All right. Next up, Bloodworth. Netflix. Speaking of shows, speaking of The Witcher, Netflix had a games preview going on.
Yeah, Netflix game night.
And we sent the guy who doesn't have Netflix.
Yeah.
Never had
Yeah, did they give you some like
Was
a
that one of the
month
gift
free?
bag
Yeah, did they give you Netflix?
They gave me a bag with some stuff, but
There's got to be
like
a
a-
month.
There's
in
got to
there.
be a gift
Oh,
card in there.
no gift card.
They just assumed that you already had it, I'm sure.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
there's a tote bag with like a water bottle, a set of coasters, and a phone charger, like battery.
Every single time I get my Netflix bill and it's $24.99 US dollars,
Oh, you do the high
I'm
tier
like,
one.
ah! Every month, I'm just like, ah!
Yeah, but
I see
I
what
think this is a really good event, and I'm not just saying it because it was John Gibson and Amanda White that helped put it on, but but it was at the Netflix campus, and you sign in and they like literally like handed you a phone that had all the apps and stuff already pre-installed there, so just made it as easy as possible, right?
Love that.
Because there's like 80-something people there.
Wow.
And Keely was there. Ozzy
Keely
was there
showing up.
from Shack
Keely.
News, and then like a lot of businessy Hollywood folks and stuff too.
Got it.
But one of the things that's really important, and we'll show some clips from the presentation that they did here in a minute, is honestly for like the past 5-6 years, I've been like, Netflix, what are you doing?
What are you doing? It's
What
so
is
annoying.
this? Why
Yeah.
do you have this? Yeah.
Netflix, if you had your games available on like other formats, like I would be much more inclined to play them. Like I'm on my PlayStation using Netflix, but I can't access Netflix
Oh,
games.
that's a good point.
That
too,
is so dumb.
yeah. Yeah.
That's all.
I don't
Yeah.
know if there's a Sony reason that might be happening, but yeah.
It's crazy.
But anyways, the point being that they actually presented kind of what their strategy, their new vision for Netflix games and all this. And it's like, oh, okay, this makes sense to me now. Yeah, you can play a little bit of him there. So this is the head over there of Netflix games, Alan Taskin.
This is the one we put money in his pocket.
Right,
We're
exactly.
directly into this man's pocket
Yeah,
right here.
but they talked about basically like 4 pillars, like 4 types of games So they've got kids games, which they're saying like there's this Peppa Pig game right now that is just blowing up numbers wise, which is great because you think about it like how many parents like sit their kids in front of like stuff on Netflix.
Every time I'm working my other job and there's like I'm just like, yo, don't you want to like talk to each other as a family? And no, they just like put a screen in front of their child like a zombie, man. It's actually bleak.
That is
It's going to fuck up everyone's development. The human race is cooked. Also, Huber, guess what?
Yo.
$24.99 a month, right?
Yeah.
That's $300 a year you're paying for
That-
Netflix.
That is insane. But I am enjoying The Witcher and Last Samurai Standing at least for now.
Nice.
So, but holy
$300
shit.
enjoy?
What's up?
$300 enjoy?
That's a
It's the
lot.
$1 million question.
I need somebody's like
$360
password or something.
So, but anyway, but that's the thing. It's like if you're already there on the platform, then I think it's really convenient for parents. It's like, oh, we also have some kids games that tie into, the stuff that's on Netflix. As a kid loves Peppa Pig, now they can play a Peppa Pig game, right? And a lot of this presentation, you'll see they lean into a lot of Netflix games. They like lean into K-pop Demon Hunters. They lean into Squid Game, like all of that stuff. But then they talk about mainstream games and having just kind of like mobile versions of mainstream games like WWE 2K25, and they announced Red Dead Redemption.
It's crazy.
Coming to Netflix.
An insane thing to have in this press conference.
You thought the controls were hard with a controller.
Red Dead
Wait till
1.
you
Red
play
Dead
with
1.
the
Red one.
remote.
Yeah.
Just one. A
Oh, this
little
is
easier.
one. Oh,
Yeah.
one. Oh.
Yeah. So it's like you can see like the polygon count has been taken down a notch
Landon Ricketts.
for the mobile version. But what we learned after they announced this, after Netflix made their announcement, is that Red Dead is actually coming back to everything, Huber. I know. So Game Informer put up a post. It's on PS5, Xbox Series XS, Switch 2. The PS5 and Xbox versions are going to run at 60 frames per second with enhanced image quality, HDR, 4K, all that stuff. Switch to 60 FPS at, quote, high resolution and DLSS and mouse controls on Switch 2.
Crazy.
And then free upgrade, Huber.
Free upgrade's nice,
Yeah.
but if only if you own the PS4 version.
Yeah,
Grumbomb,
PS4, Switch, or the digital backward compatible version.
Yeah.
You have to have a digital version for one.
Grumbomb
yeah.
was so mad about this because he has the PS3 disc. So he's like, "What if I put my disc in? Will I
That's
get
just the
another
way. That's
upgrade?"
just the
I'm
way
like,
the
"No,
cookie
bro."
crumbles,
Back in the
unfortunately.
day.
Yeah,
Once upon a time.
and I'm sure we will be talking about Rockstar later in the show as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
we will.
so we will be, chat. Don't worry.
So kids, mainstream stuff like that. Party games, which is what we're going to get into here in a minute. That's the big thing. That was the focus of the event. And then narrative games, which towards the end here, Dead Man's Party, a Knives Out game.
Oh,
They're going to be putting out here.
Isla.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Isla, take go.
Well, I'm seeing it in real time.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
read the description and
Okay.
then you can get her
Yeah,
take.
I need Isla's take here fully.
World famous detective Benoit Blanc is in the house to solve another murder. This time, it's at your house.
Oh,
And everyone's a
Yo.
suspect in this social party game where you and your
Yo.
crew star in
Who's
your
my
own
cats?
Knives Out mystery.
I already know the
It's up
answer.
to you to deduce what happened, convince everyone
Dead Man's
you're
Party?
not the
That's
killer.
funny.
Or if you are, you've got to keep Blanc off your tail and make sure you influence the vote so you don't get outed.
Dude, that sounds fun.
Are they gonna put Dead Man, Get Up Dead Man, or whatever the fuck it's called, in movie theaters? Or are they gonna screw it
I
over?
think it is.
like-
I think it's like another like Frankenstein thing where it's like 2-week limited in select regions.
Why do they?
Yeah.
I mean, I know why they do that.
Yeah.
So they can charge people $25 a month. But
Well, they make a deal with the director. For Frankenstein, Guillermo was like, I want a theatrical release before, and that's a concession Netflix makes for Guillermo. But then they
Right.
also give him the budget and the platform and all that. So-
because like I remember Glass Onion had like 1 week theatrical release,
yeah.
and it's like that could have done pretty well. I think.
Yeah.
It seems like you should have kept it going there. Yeah.
For sure.
It's crazy.
But yeah, so now the party games, which was the focus of this event, and this is something Amazon is doing something fairly similar to this, but it's a whole lot of things that are based on the idea of like Jackbox, you just need your phone. Your friends can just scan a QR code, play the game on their phone. With Netflix, the game stuff is just streaming to you.
Okay.
So making it very simple and approachable. So this first game that we're looking at here is called Best Guess Live, Hubert. I feel like you're going to get into this.
This looks fun.
Because there's money involved.
I knew you were gonna say that, dude. Like that one. What was that game?
Yeah, I was just gonna say what was that
1 versus
called?
100?
No,
there was that. Like,
there was that online quiz game where people were making real money. What was that called?
HQ.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
What?
So this guy Hunter March and Howie Mandel are co-hosting it live every weekday, 5 p.m. There's 2 rounds of this trivia show, and they hosted live there at the event too.
This sounds.
Did you meet Howie Mandel?
Not quite me. Like he walked by me. I was sitting on the edge of the aisle, but yeah.
This sounds like Peter Molyneux core.
No, we demoed it. We did a real demo with 80 people. So every night they're giving out $15,000.
Every night?
Every night.
Jesus.
How is that possible?
The Netflix price is going to go up. That's how.
It's going to be 28. It's going to be 28 soon.
So, and the way that this works is there are basically 2 rounds every night. And there are 5 clues for each answer, right? And so Hunter does the first round, Howie does the second round. And so they start off with really obscure clues. And then they progressively gets more and more obvious. So like one of the ones we did, we
got to group up and split the winnings.
So, like the first clue, and so every time that the clue comes up, you have about like 20 seconds to input an answer. So you can guess wildly on clue 1 if you want.
Yeah.
But then you can't guess again.
Yeah.
So you only get 1 chance to guess.
Yeah.
So like the first clue was raise the golden bar. And you're just like, I don't know, man. What the heck?
What?
The next one was like injection in the midsection. I'm like,
Prometheus when she is removing the alien from her stomach. Yes. Yeah.
And then like by the time I got to clue 4, which is where like I actually like, okay, I know what it is now. There was like, you might get this at a party from your hostess. And so it's like, oh, it's a Twinkie. So, yeah.
What the fuck kind of parties do you go to?
Hostess.
Oh, hostess.
Twinkie.
Yeah. The third one was like a sponge that doesn't absorb water because it's sponge cake.
An injection in the
Oh my
midsection is
God.
the filling of the.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you are the one that immediately guesses Twinkie in round 1 before everyone, you win. Probably.
So that's the thing. So the winnings are split.
Yeah.
Right. So, but they work their way down. They're like, okay, and in round 5, 25 people answered, 20 people got it right. And then, but did anyone get in round 4? And then they kind of work their way down. And it's like, okay, 1 person got it on round 2.
That's crazy.
And then they get 5,000. But if there's like 4 people that get it on round 2, then that money gets split. So that's where this is going to get really funny, because if you have this thing live to the entire freaking country,
oh my God,
then there's like 5,000 people playing, there's like, okay, you guys get $1.
Yeah.
I guess like 15,000 sounded crazy at first, but it's like compared to the budget of like a show, like the budget of Pluribus or whatever, which is like 15 million an episode or whatever it is.
But every night, that'll add up.
But you're still telling game shows do that regularly, right?
True.
Like,
yeah.
Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, all that stuff.
True.
So round 1 is 5,000, round 2 is 10,000.
God.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then,
it's $3.9 million per year.
Oh, that's nothing, actually. Yeah, you're right. Wow. In the grand scheme of,
if they take no weeks off, which I'm sure
production.
they will for holidays and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Then it's not weekends exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
That was just 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year.
Crazy. Okay. That makes sense.
Times
Wow.
15,000.
Holy crap. Are we going to be playing this every night?
That honestly, that was my question with this stuff, Blood, is like,
What?
can we stream this? Because it's a weird middle ground of TV and games.
Yeah.
So it's like, are we allowed to Twitch stream this?
I wouldn't see
Especially
why
'cause
you
Twitch,
wouldn't, because it's not.
Because Twitch
it's
is
not
owned by a
TV,
competitor.
But yeah.
Especially if Amazon's doing their own version of this. They're gonna DC.
I don't know if Amazon is doing this,
Yeah.
but Amazon is doing, games similar to this, right? They've got the dumb Snoop Dogg AI game. So that's the other thing, is the rest of the stuff is so much better than that. So the 5 games that I got to play, they have Lego Party, 100% full game Lego Party available on Netflix. So that's like you see the game on the
play
screen
with your phone. Weird.
and you use your phone as a controller, right? And so like all the mini games are there, the board is there, all of that stuff. And I will say, controlling it on a phone is pretty rough.
Pretty rough. Blood says.
This was the clear division to me between the games that worked well and the ones that were like a struggle. Is
Yeah.
if I was looking at my phone and doing something on my phone, excellent, had a great time. If I was using my phone as a controller and looking at the screen, I would just keep missing inputs, just constantly. I like Tetris Time Warp, the digital Eclipse version of Tetris is also one of them, and I was just botching it so hard because there's a hard drop on up. And so I'm like trying to go left, right, and I would just keep hitting up and just dropping blocks like crazy. I'm like,
oh no.
So like, you need to remap what hard drop is. So let me disable it or something, man, because it was like no. But then they have a original game called Party Crashers, and this is again similar to that Knives Out game, to where it's like you've got 3 to 8 players, and you have basically everyone gets the same prompt, and we saw a prompt with like animals, right? So there's all these pictures of animals that could be the prompt, but the people, most people got like, okay, like ours was monkey, right? Most people got monkey on their phone, except one person who is the party crasher, the imposter, and they don't know what everyone else
This is literally
has.
Blood's the Mole.
Right.
Yeah.
What was that game called? The Mole?
And so what everyone has to do is they have to write in a descriptive word of that animal, which is like accurate, but at least vague enough to like, kind of like play with the mind of the person that's the party crasher. Because now the party crasher, I have to put in a descriptive word without having an idea what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I put in like, furry. It's like, there's enough of them on there that it's probably going to be furry. Unless I get unlucky and it's like a lizard or a bird or something, and then they'll call me out. But like, so like there was another person that put like tail, another person that put like agile, and then a guy that put like brachiator. It was like, what?
I don't even know what that is.
And then then it goes in turns. So like player 1 gets up there, this is his thing, and then it has a meter, like either a thumbs up or a thumbs down, but you can like spam it. So you can just like thumbs down the guy into oblivion. It's like, no, that guy's suspicious.
Wow.
And then if they get thumbs down, if they get thumbs up, then they're clear. They don't have to do anything. If they get thumbs down, then they have to like convince you that they're not the imposter or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, quick aside, speaking of the spamming, when we were doing the Best Guess live, while we were waiting for no, not even just while we were waiting for the thing. So you know how Dom spams emotes and stuff in Mario Party?
Of course. Mm-hmm. That's what I
Jeff
was thinking of.
freaking Keeley sitting next to me is just like emoting like constantly.
Oh my god.
So we need to
Keely's a
find the
spammer.
time to get Keeley on Mario Party.
Keely's a spammer.
Anyways, so then we got through all the rounds, and the guy was like trying to justify. He's like, I actually don't know if brachiator is a word. That I know brachiation means like going through the trees and stuff, right? And then next guy got a pass. I got pointed out as being suspicious, and I'm fumbling so hard to like justify myself. And then the fourth guy gets a pass too. And then once everyone's gotten around, then like people vote like who's the
sketch?
party crasher?
Who's the mole?
And so like of course I point to the other guy, and everyone went for him. And then so since I won, then I also had to guess, well, what was the key word? And because they were talking about tails and branches and all this stuff, it's like, oh, monkey. So I got extra points for guessing.
Sounds like Jackbox vibes.
Yeah, exactly. It's that kind of thing. Yeah. The other two were Pictionary, which was great because you get your prompt on your phone, you draw on your phone, other people are calling out and stuff like that. And then the one that was surprisingly was like, oh, this is actually like the star of the show, was Boggle. And like, I don't even know when the last time I played Boggle, but it works really well in this because everyone gets this. Because the way Boggle works, if you're not familiar, is you get like lines of letters, and you have to like trace different words. So you have like a minute to find as many words in that group of letters as you can. And so all 4 people are on their phone. Your head's down. You're trying to find the words. And I'm like stressing out. I was like, I'm out. I'm tapped out. I don't see anything else. I don't know. And then it comes up, and then everyone's results go on the screen. And I'm like, I've done like 19, and the next closest person has done 11.
9,
I'm like, oh,
got him.
I was like, creamed them at Boggle.
Got him.
Like,
Humble brag.
Oh, no humble brag. It was like I was stressed out, and then like, oh crap, I'm actually winning at this thing that I didn't even know if I remembered how to play Boggle.
Love that, blood.
Yeah,
Take them out.
Good.
So
times.
Netflix has some games coming out.
Yeah, but it's not just that they have some games coming out. Like this party game angle, I think is a really smart play.
Yeah.
For what they're doing, because
Especially considering Netflix is.
you don't have to worry about lag and stuff in most
Yeah.
of these games, right? Like, yeah.
And is that officially where Red Dead was announced? Here first?
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
It was part of the Netflix announcement.
That is crazy. Red Dead 1, not 2.
Right.
Where's 2?
I mean, 2 is like the 4th best-selling game of all time, right?
Where is the patch for 2? Next up. Speaking of big video games, Horizon is getting an MMO on mobile first.
Didn't
Mobile
see this
first.
coming either.
Did not see this coming.
My favorite thing is every time someone says Horizon MMO, Damiani laughs.
Well, because it's on MMO. It's on mobile.
I know. I think
And there's like another multiplayer
Yeah.
thing. Like it's so confusing.
I think
And
the
one
very-
being development that's like ripping off Horizon. It's like I can't keep track of all
That
this.
is a
Yeah.
funny angle. Is like, oh, now this is why they are suing Tencent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's
they
like,
kept trying.
damn.
Why don't you do that? Why won't you let us do this game? Why don't you let us? It's like this is why, because they were already doing it.
I think the very last thing I would want to play, like on my list of priorities, actually dead last, very bottom, is a mobile MMO.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dead last.
sure. But it's like it's designed for mobile first. It's also on PC. The pre-alpha footage doesn't actually look that bad.
Horizon has a reputation for looking gorgeous, but how is that going to, like, why does that can only take you so far
Yeah.
in an
Look
MMO.
how fucking widescreen this trailer
Yeah.
is.
No, this trailer is. I kind of don't even really want to show this trailer because this trailer is just marketing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a mobile game, so
It's-
this looks like a mobile game trailer.
Right. Exactly. Like it's just like a concept trailer. Like when you actually get into the footage later,
Oh,
like
she seems nice, though.
yeah, they have the customization in there too. But yeah, so it's like I don't know. I don't have any use for the trailer, but the rest of the stuff actually sounded really good.
Any use? Oh boy.
Because they had a 3-minute trailer followed by 7 minutes of like talking heads and showing the game and all of that stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I really see what you're going for. These guys actually look like they're genuinely passionate about the project. Is like. Almost in a way that like felt like they were putting down the original Horizon.
Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah, it's like this is a really great world, but I feel lonely.
Same. I've 100%ed all the Horizon games, and the world itself is the thing that excites me the least about those games. Like, I'm just not connected at all to this universe, and I don't know what that is. There's just a disconnect with Aloy and the universe and just Horizon in general, where like these are really fun games. They're really well made games. They're great. I really enjoy my time with Horizon, but there's something missing. There's that little special sauce. There's that magic that just keeps me at arm's length from becoming a full-on fanatical fan. Yeah.
Damiani, you brought this up a minute ago. I'm curious, because there was talk about a Horizon multiplayer game before. Do you think that's a separate game, or do you think that's this game?
I thought it was confirmed it was being developed. Let me look this up real quick. I swear it was said that it's a different game.
Okay, that it is an
right.
in-house full.
Jason
team.
Schreier reports that Guerrilla Games' next project is a multiplayer Horizon game different from NCSoft MMO.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, this was shown off at G-Star in Korea, which is, like a TGS type show there. They're also showing up Power World Mobile
I love
there
your
too.
big-ass sword, by the way. It's fucking sick.
Yeah, you've got the sword, you've got the grapple and stuff there. But yeah, they even put MMORPG in the logo.
That's hilarious.
Make it crystal clear.
Yeah.
This is what this is.
Smart idea.
Yeah, very smart. Very smart.
But
Final
no
Fantasy.
no mention of PlayStation yet, and I'm curious whether you guys think it will get there.
Any
'Cause
mention
I
of
think
the
it will.
lore? Where are we?
What's that?
Where are we in the lore?
We're I don't know in
I thought
terms
you
of
said the Lord at first.
timeline.
Yeah, where's the
Any
timeline?
mention of the Lord?
You're
Blood.
a group of machine hunters in an area known as the Deadlands, which is inspired by Arizona and New Mexico. So,
All right.
and then let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, you got a lot of zipping here.
Yeah.
There's some nice zipping.
Do we get the
in this
glider?
footage? I don't know about a glider, but I saw them zip to like a pterodactyl.
Cool.
And like hang from that.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever you call those things.
Yeah, I forget. the
Yeah,
name
yeah.
of
So
them.
you'll see it in a
Yeah.
minute. So like, see, they're on these like cow mounts, and now they start zipping around like Spider-Man.
Okay.
So, like,
Yeah.
looks like it's a
got
good rhythm to it.
A little grappling hook, but I don't think it's that functional. That's nice.
Yeah, it seems to be a pretty.
Is the frame rate
Core part of
us
this.
or this game?
I think there's a little mix of both there. I
Got
don't
it.
remember it looking this framey when I watched it before.
Yeah. I'm getting Monster Hunter Greatsword vibes, and especially the way everyone is just like hunting big.
Yeah. No, I get
Monsters, like-
very huge Monster Hunter
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot. We're about to see here in a minute too. They even have like a whole big cooking animation. That was like, this is 100% Monster Hunter. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Like, look at this chef chopping up his vegetables.
Yeah, that was the sell. They
Yeah.
were like, let's make a Horizon Monster Hunter game.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%, dude.
Okay.
It looks like guacamole at the end by the time they're done.
sure.
It's just a big round ball of
Yeah.
guacamole.
I mean, the freaking Robo Dinos are awesome in Horizon. Going into these little, I forget what these are called. These are like the big tombs in Horizon where you go in, there's like puzzle platforming.
Yeah.
You end up fighting some huge beast at the end. Like, anytime you're hunting a big monster in Horizon, it's very cool.
Yeah.
They're so fun to fight. Like, that is the best part of those
They talked
games.
about new
is
mechanics.
How fun they are to fight.
Hubert, they talked about new mechanics, but I'm like, what part of this is new? Like, I wasn't 100% sure. So tell me if this sounds new to you.
Okay.
After destroying parts of a machine, you can latch on with the pullcaster. You can set traps on damaged parts and inflict status effects.
I don't remember being able to latch on and set a trap like that.
Okay,
And they
okay.
did show that in the trailer, her like jumping on and putting like a landmine on. That did seem awesome. I don't remember being able to do that at all.
Got it.
For sure.
And then you can also pick up weapons dropped from a machine and then put them on your mount to
Got
carry into the next battle.
Yeah, because you could do that a little bit, not on your mount, but you could shoot off a thing from a dino and
like
then
a
pick
big
it up.
Gatling gun
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
looking
yeah.
thing. Yeah. That's
sure.
what they've got in there.
Cool.
And then obviously they're talking about cooperation and strategy. They talked about leaning into your roles. So that's what I'm curious about too, Hubert, because like you pointed out that great sword.
Yeah.
And we see some bows, of course, in here.
Essential.
But I'm curious, like how many different kinds of roles there are going to be.
Yeah.
Will you have like a dedicated healer or something else? We're going to have a Isla glass cannon.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Interesting, because the mobile makes me skeptical and not really hyped. Whereas if this was similar to a Ghost of Tsushima
But Hubert,
Legends,
tell me, if they just said this is an MMO and they never mentioned the word mobile, would you have pegged this as a mobile game? Like, you would have just been like, oh, it's a PC MMO.
it does look very pretty, Bloodworth, for sure.
Weirdly, the most mobile thing to me is like the lines that happen when damage happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why. That just makes it seem like, oh, I'm swiping or something.
The graphics, though, Bloodworth, are neither here nor there. I just don't want to play a game on my phone ever.
Oh, no, not at all. Like
I'm
whenever
not-
these
I'm
kind
not
of things
doing
come
that.
up, I'm thinking
I'm
stuff
not
like
doing it.
Genshin, right? Like,
Yeah.
like okay, it's it can be played on a phone.
Yeah.
But
like
that's
when I'm
where-
out in the real world, I'm out in the real world. I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
on my
not.
phone.
I'm not going to be doing that.
Yeah.
I would be playing this on a PC or a PlayStation if it ever comes to PlayStation. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just surprised they didn't go the Ghost of Tsushima Legends route. You know, that is a multiplayer focused thing set in a big
Here's that
established
customization here.
IP. You know, so I wish they would have gone that route, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And then there's also, I'm trying to think about where it was. Sometimes they talked about you're also like competing with rival tribes for resources. So I'm guessing
Whoa.
like when you start the game, you join a tribe. And they also talked about like having like just like big machines, almost like a raid battle kind of thing, you know, where you need a lot of people to take them down.
Anxiety inducing. I have anxiety thinking about it, Bloodworth.
So.
Cool. All right, Horizon. Well,
Oh yeah, there's the bird thing I was telling you about.
sick. Horizon's still kicking. It's got a pulse. It's still going. Wildly successful. We have not seen the last of it by a long shot.
Oh no.
Not
at
even
all.
close.
That is
Where's the
evergreen now.
Netflix anime or where's the Netflix show, actually? This is probably building up to that announcement, honestly. Like, yeah, ready. Horizon needs a good show. Seriously. Something about the lore. I don't know. I'm just... Something missing. What is it? What is it, chat? What is missing? I don't know. Can never put my finger on it.
Yeah.
All right. We've got more to come. But if you've been enjoying this show, please take a second to like and subscribe and ring that bell. It helps us and you stay connected. All that good stuff. If you want to sponsor this podcast and put your name here as well, get in touch at info@easyallies.com. We'll give you all the details. All righty. Damiani. Speaking of spin-offs
Yeah.
with some desired lore implications, which is all we want from a spin-off. Like give us a meaningful spin-off that actually matters. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, Damiani. Here we go again. There's a lot of fatigue with the Breath of the Wild Zelda universe. Tell us how you're dealing with that. Tell us how you're feeling about Age of Imprisonment.
Sure. Though I might just think it's more about your fatigue thing is probably more about like literally being in the same Hyrule.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say like it's necessarily like anything else. Yeah, for
Totally.
clarification.
That's it.
However, this Age of I'm gonna say this name probably wrong at least once because I'm gonna confuse it with Age of Calamity. 'Cause
For
I'm gonna
sure.
be mentioning both, so apologies in advance. But Age of Innocence kind of
Imprisonment.
Sorry.
Age of Innocence
Say it,
is the
or-
Daniel
sorry.
Day-Lewis film, right?
Yes.
Isn't that-
Age of Imprisonment
Yeah.
delivers on what Age of Calamity initially was touted as gonna deliver, and they kind of didn't really follow through on it. It is, without spoiling too much about Age of Calamity, it is a giant what if scenario. It is not canonical.
Wow. So we're pondering the question, what if, Damiani?
So, and to like put it into context, one of my biggest gripes, besides the lack of proper dungeons and in both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and despite what Tears of the Kingdom did, I still think it did a good enough job of implementing dungeons. The other big issue was the storytelling mechanism. I felt both games were... Nintendo didn't know what to do, so they just went with this, like, we can't account for where the player's going to go in this giant open world game.
Yeah.
That's the main focus of the game, is exploration and the player being able to do whatever the hell they want, not the narrative. And thus, the narrative, in my opinion, was very flat and uninteresting. And it has a twofold problem that in both games, the narrative's core development, like about the characters and why you care about it, is set in the past. It's not even set in the present of what
Right,
you're playing. It's set in a different time period. Age of Calamity was supposed to be like, this is what happened 100 years before Breath of the Wild. All those champions or what happened to them, like, it's like, oh shit, this would be like a tragic ass game. No, it's a cop out of a game. Besides that, it did deliver on more narrative. It did a lot of things right. But this game, Age of Imprisonment, does all that looks better because it's running on Switch 2, and it is canonical. In fact, like I teased this on the group stream, but I'm actually very angry that this story is like elements of the story are just not in Tears of the Kingdom. Like, Tears of the Kingdom felt like it was a problem because it didn't want to acknowledge Breath of the Wild's existence. And for me, for someone to just care a little bit about that, I didn't want timeline bullshit. I'm like done with that. I've been done with that for like fucking years. I wanted a new, like, I want, like, you're starting with Breath of the Wild, make new stories. Tell me something new and continue from there. This is your chance to break free and be clean.
Totally.
And I was like, here we go. Tears of the Kingdom, a direct sequel. Yes. This is going to be great.
That was my hope.
I'm like, this would be awesome. They involve like Ganondorf. They like it's like technically the past stuff is a retelling of the Imprisoning War, the Seal War from. It's basically Ocarina of Time, but like reimagined in a certain way. But you only get these like memory things, like 20, whatever the number of them, and that's it. You don't have this fulfilling story. You get fragments because they don't know how you're going to proceed through them. So this like put them out there for you to collect as you explore. Age of Imprisonment is that whole backstory. It is what happened to Zelda when she goes into the past. In Tears of the Kingdom. You're getting Ganondorf's backstory. You're getting Hyrule's backstory. Like, there's so much. I was like, what the hell is this not doing in Tears of the Kingdom? Like, this is an insult. But like, okay, so that's out of the way. Like that like for some reason, Nintendo needs to figure out a way to take all the awesome shit they've done in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and take what the Hyrule Warriors team is doing with narrative and work that into the third Zelda, the new type of 3D Zelda they're doing, whatever it's going to be. It needs to have a different type of storytelling because I feel so much more invested. And you know, the biggest testament I can say that this game introduces random ass characters in the past. Like there's like a new Zora member, a new Goron member, new Rito member, random Hylian soldiers, and like I'm more, like I know more about them. I care more about them because they have some backstory. They're like in cutscenes, like they're having interactions and shit. And I'm
just
like,
let me. I don't need some like Tolstoy novel of lore ever in a game. My only ask, I love narrative, like we always bring it up. The only thing I ever care about is like, just let me be invested in the characters. That's it. I'm not asking for anything more than that.
Yeah. And this, again, it is a Warriors Musou game. But one of the cool things it does, because it's so story driven, as characters are unlocked, as dictated by the story. It's not like you have all these characters just available at the beginning and you select from them and you like, you know, they do have like independent leveling. They have weapons, like all the things from Age of Calamity are pretty much back in terms of that. Like there's like you do battles, you get rewards like rupees, materials that you can use for upgrades, and you know you unlock new power-ups. I'll get into the specifics about that in a second. That's all still there, but it like character unlocks are dictated by the story, and the participation is dictated by the story, which is really cool because in the context of the cutscenes you're seeing, you see them with you, and it makes sense. It would be like kind of weird if like a character joined you from who's like in a different part of the world. This game does have it's basically the Tears of the Kingdom version of Hyrule Warriors, just like Age of Calamity was the Breath of the Wild version.
Got it.
You have the surface level missions, you have the subterranean realm missions, you have the sky missions. You go to all those regions. The cool things they introduced into this one that are different. It runs at 60 frames smooth. Like it's really nice looking.
It looks
frame rate
really
on
nice
Switch
in the
2.
trailer, Damiani. Actually, I'm very impressed by the look of this game.
Yeah, it just looks like Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild, like also running on Switch 2.
Yeah.
The cutscenes are a little bit higher like resolution, but like they go for like a lower frame rate for the cinematic presentation. I'm sure they could do it in 60, but it's meant to be more like a cutscene. But like sometimes like some of the like colors looked a little washed out, like on some of the surface missions, but otherwise it looks very nice. It's not beautiful or gorgeous, but like I appreciate that it runs at a very nice frame rate, which has been a problem for the past games. It's like one of my biggest asks is like, please just get this to run at a smooth frame rate. This does it. It looks awesome. Tons of flashy attacks. They got some new things here. Structure of the game really quick. As I said, 3 different regions are back from Tears of the Kingdom. You do the missions, you have side missions, you have story missions, you have like the training grounds where you could like level up your character spending rupees. All that's back. But the difference in this one is Ganon, it's in the past. This is the small story specific detail to tell you. Ganondorf gets a hold of a Sacred Stone power. and he unleashes the Blood Moon and
Time
unleashes his
Stone?
army of like monsters, and Hyrule is overrun in the past, and you have to fight back region by region to drive him out. And if you neglect a region for too long, it'll give you a warning. You got to go back and like repel his forces.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
Saints
if you
Row.
lose that, you lose access to the stuff you got in there, like some of the resource stuff.
This is
So there
Mafia 3.
It's not overbearing at all. Like, it very rarely comes up, but it's like a cool concept because you have to flee after your battle where you don't really win. You have to go on the run, and you encounter other people in Hyrule, and you decide to aid them. You go to the aid of the Gorons, the Rito, the Zora. You recruit them, and it's part of the story. They join your team. They're optional characters, optional character missions where you can recruit. I got this one Zora swordsman who plays like Virgil from Devil May Cry 3. I was like, yo, what is this? I was like, why can't I use them in more missions? Like, dude, the sword, you got like the specific timing sword mechanic. I was like, it's so sick looking. And each character feels very unique. Like the Goron guy feels like very slow but powerful. I mean, there's an automaton that's called an unknown automaton or construct.
Immediately
which is the Link
obsessed.
automaton. It like literally just has like the same moves as Link from Age of Calamity.
Funny.
You have Zelda. Okay, Echoes of Wisdom is complete bullshit because this game, Zelda's got a laser
Favorite
sword
Zelda.
and doing sword mechanics and shit. She's fighting like melee style. I'm like, why? What was the excuse for Echo? Oh, because this is a spin-off and it's okay, but she can't do it in the main game. I was like, I don't understand. Like, why wasn't this type of combat in Echoes of Wisdom? But whatever, they were trying to do something different. I get
Because
it.
they were trying to do something different and not just have somebody rely on slashing things all the time.
I just want to get my punch in, but yeah, like characters like feel really good. And it's not overwhelming either. There's a little. You play the kind of gimmick character is a Korok swordsman. I pronounced his name wrong initially until I heard it spoken out loud. I thought it was like Calamo, but it's Calamo. Calamo is his name, not Calamo, because I was like, usually become a calamity. I was like, no.
Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, they all voice work. Everyone's talking. Really awesome to have that bring you to the immersion. Music, like really good music. One of the last stages I did was to reclaim one of the Rito areas. Dragon Roost Island remix is playing. I was like, hell yeah! Like this is good. Like also, you know, in the other games. But each
Johnny,
character
I want
now.
everything about this game except playing it.
But except what?
Except playing it.
I don't think it's
I love
as
it.
tedious. I feel
Okay,
like missions
okay.
are not very long in this. They're like the longest was like 10 minutes for a mission.
great.
They
That's
keep them
great.
pretty brief. They're definitely more focused on like less of like the you know the remedial enemies you're gonna like just burn through, and more about like mini boss and more boss types.
Right.
And this game has some cool mechanics, new mechanics. They have the synergy attacks now, where if you fight near a teammate long enough, you build your character's like highlight in your character icon will highlight. You can hit the synergy attack, and you do this like combo attack basically, which is pretty sick.
Love that.
And each one has like a unique one that you can do. They have this whole like rock paper scissors system with your like you can equip abilities. You have like basic skills. Like one of them is like a shield bash with like the Link construct thing, where if an enemy is charging at you, they'll like glow red, and like you can counter it, and you either counter it, they either dash at you, they leap in the air, sometimes they start throwing projectiles. You have like these counters for all of them, and once you do it successfully, when you hold down like kind of like the focus button, like it's like R button, you'll see the icon of what you're supposed to do to counter it, which is nice. It rewards you when you guess it right, but it's pretty self-explanatory. But they got the Zonai stuff in here, and they got a small hint of fusion stuff in here as well.
No.
So the Zonai tech runs on batteries, so you have like the flamethrower, you got like the
fans and the water.
fan. Thank you. I was gonna say
hydrant
windmill
were
and
both in
fans.
the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, they got all that stuff, and like that stuff is like awesome. I'm using that all the time. You think it's gimmicky? Like bosses, when you find out what their like elemental weakness is, I just like throw that shit out, plant it in front of them when they charge me. I'm just like, yeah, burn or
You're done.
get electrocuted. And like sometimes it interacts with the environment. Like if it's on like grass and grass on fire, it'll keep the flame going longer,
Yeah.
even if like your battery thing runs out or the device runs out. Electricity, if they're in a puddle of water, it'll do like extra hits of them and like re-up it, which is really nice. You got like the rocket thing too, which is like is also like a good counter thing. No, Sid, that's my my camera, no baby. There's like other ones you get too, and that stuff's really cool. And then fusion, like the construct link guy can take materials and fuse them to his weapons and add an extra effect to them. Some of them are like elemental effects. Yeah. Some of them are like different types of like attack.
A lot of the stuff from the core games there. Yeah.
Yeah, so they added a little bit more to it, and that so it feels has more depth that way. I'm playing on normal. It is a little bit easy on normal, but like I personally want to feel the power trip in a Muso game. I want to feel like a god. I'm like destroying everything. From other people who played on the harder difficulties, like it is you got to know mechanics. Like you have to read the boss. You have to dodge or parry and do those things correctly. And there's like limited heals. Like it's very strict. So if you're looking for something that's way more challenging, they do have that on the difficulty settings as well, and they're all available from the beginning as well. And there's probably other things I want to say, but before I forget, this might be the last thing I'll say. There's like a Panzer Dragoon Star Fox type thing in this game. The Link construct has like a freaking flying eagle thing with Calamos with you, and you do like Star Fox levels where you're just like flying and lock on. You use like the lock on missile Zonai tech. You use flamethrower Zonai tech. You shoot lasers. You dodge. There's like boss fights that do like that as well. Very straightforward. Not frustrating at all. Like maybe on harder difficulties they're frustrating, but they were like just fun little rewards that broke up, the little curveball to the combat style of a Muso game, where it's like, yo, now I'm playing like Star Fox meets Panzer, because they do some side perspective missions where like, oh, this is definitely Panzer.
That's so fun.
Yeah. Didn't mess with amiibo support. I saw a question from Swordfish. I haven't touched that yet. There's a lot of fun. I just wish I had more time. Like I think I put 10 hours into it so far. I just wish I had more time now, because I just want to keep playing it.
Yeah.
I will keep playing it. But I feel like, I was like, I want to spend all day playing this, but I can't do that. So
yeah, that's so awesome, Damian. Yeah, I love how Dragon Quest Heroes implements mechanics and just Dragon Quest lore and the world into it, and like that's so fun here as well. Just the way it translates to a different genre, this thing you love, is so fun and exciting.
That's a good point. You reminded me of one more thing I want to say. There are bases. You can set up bases at certain points when you capture like an encampment, and you can add like bonus effects to yourself, like increased speed, increase the amount you recharge, or increase like experience. But then they add these vouchers you can earn that are sensitive to the level you're on, and these vouchers will unlock special perks. And one of the perks you can unlock is reveal all the damn Korok seeds on the map. Yeah, take that, all you guide makers. As soon as I saw that unlock, I was like, here we go. All the other ones like refill your like super gauge, like add 5 temporary hearts. I'm like, no, maybe on harder difficulties you need that shit. I was like, no, I'm going with that.
Show me everything.
Also, there are like small like puzzle light elements, not really like bombable walls and stuff like that, like do appear for like, oh, behind that, and then there's like a Korok thing back there. Nothing too like. No, there's not really dungeons per se. I feel like some of the earlier underground levels, subterranean levels, felt like it was a little bit like a dungeon, but otherwise it's just the nature of like those Muso maps. They're very like corridor, wide area, narrow corridor, square like encampment. Like it's just the nature of their design, and they don't really deviate too much from that. But it does look like very authentic to the world of Tears of the Kingdom. Also, yeah, and
sounds
again.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's Damiani, like, this is big.
Yeah, I understand why it might be everyone's games. If you just like Muso games just cannot stand that type of combat. I do think they've scaled that back and put more interesting mechanics in there to keep it like a little bit more appealing to players and to Zelda players and Zelda fans specifically.
It's a really good year for Muso fans. Age of Imprisonment and Dynasty Warrior Origins. Do not forget that game. That is a good game.
Good one.
Good Muso.
Real quick, Swordfish. Yes, best team up attack, synergy attack. Raru and Zelda. They just do like
Sick.
independently. The analog sticks control like 2 like light hyper beams. They use like aim and shit, and like you crisscross them and stuff. And then they do like a super mega beam, like a Mets Hadouken type shit. Like,
So a father-son Kamehameha,
Yeah,
Goku
father-son
Gohan.
Kamehameha
There we go.
is what it goes out.
There we
Yeah.
go.
I mean, they're kind of like distant relatives. So I mean,
It's perfect.
kind of.
It's a nod. It's a nod.
Great grandfather daughter.
So good. All right. Wow. Very encouraging take of Age of Imprisonment from Damiani. Definitely putting it on some radars, I would imagine. Next up, Bloodworth. Ambrosia Sky. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, so I checked this out at Summer Game Fest, and I was actually surprised when they were like, "This is coming out this year," and it's because what they did is they're doing this is Act 1 is how they released
okay.
it. It's like, oh, okay.
Coming out in chunks.
Yeah, coming out in chunks. The downside is no idea when Act 2 is going to come.
Yeah.
But I think you might like it, Huber. It's a very interesting concept because it's like it's the elevator pitch is basically it's like Power Wash Simulator meets an immersive sim. And so
You have my attention.
yeah. So you are playing as this woman Dahlia, and she is part of a group of characters. This is far future sci-fi outer space, a bunch of like installations around Saturn, right?
it. Why is it
And-
always Saturn?
Because it has moons that are
Yeah,
big.
cool visuals.
Good call out.
That and Jupiter, they have moons that are, theoretically habitable one day.
Right.
Great call, Isla. Thank you for that.
But actually, Huber, this colony is all based on like the back of like a dead leviathan.
Whoa.
That they like use for like farming and meat
Leviathan,
and stuff.
Leviathan.
Anyways, yeah. So it's pretty. There's a lot of crazy lore going on here, but it plays first person, and you
Oh, not what I expected.
are going into these environments because the scarabs, what they do is there's like this whole belief system that like isn't fully explained yet in Act 1, but like your goal is to go into these infected space stations where everybody has died and find people who have basically become like organ donors, like
Whoa.
they've donated their DNA to the scarab's cause because they're like looking to take this to like I don't know ascend or something. Like I don't know. They're researching something. They're
Yeah.
using
Take
this
my
to
DNA.
research something.
My bones will be buried in the ground, but take everything else you need.
But it's also kind of like giving these people like a proper funeral, giving them like their last rites.
Wow.
And to make it even a little bit more intense, these are all people that she knows.
Oh.
This is where
heavy.
she grew up and she left
Oh, man.
to join the scarabs.
Okay.
And now this fungus that they were like harvesting and all of this stuff, it's eventually like it started, people get like this like infection in their lungs and nobody knows how to cure them of it. So once you're infected, it's like becoming
Death
a zombie
sentence.
or something. It's like you're just done.
Wow.
And but they don't really understand it either. So I think that's also maybe part of the research part of it.
Some very
Yeah.
Disco Elysium UI there a second ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the art is really nice. It's Adam Volker, who also did Creature in the Well, if you remember that back in the day when we brought them in. So it's
Yeah.
very along those same kind of lines of like a Hellboy or something comics. So it's really nice style when you're like looking around these environments.
Yeah, it has like a painterly kind of like brushstroke sort of
Yeah.
thing going on.
Yeah, like there's just like a lot of like noise and splatter and strokes here and strokes there and yeah. And so anyway, so when you go into these facilities or these space stations or whatever, you have a little blaster. So like kind of like a power washer kind of thing. And so that's what I'm saying. It's like power wash in 3D because the fungus grows in 3D. And so you're using the blaster to clear away the
Fun.
fungus, make your way through a level, and find the target or find whatever else that you might need to get in there.
Yeah.
Now, some of the other mechanics that play into that is that there are different types of fungus. There's just kind of a normal, like green bulbous kind of fungus.
Cordyceps.
There is an explosive type of fungus that looks kind of like, it almost looks like meat. It looks like cubes of meat all over the place with like little brains growing out of them and stuff.
Ugh.
And they have like explosive fruits. So if those pop, then the whole thing just lights on fire, and so you kind of have to be careful. And then there's also like electrical fungus, which is a little bit more angular.
Chain lightning.
Yeah, kind of growing across. And so on parts of these fungal structures, there are little fruit that grow, like the exploding fruit. And so there's exploding fruit, and there's also like the electrical fruit. And so you collect enough of those, because if you damage it, then you've lost it. But you can also like damage it just a little bit and get like a lower quality.
Cool.
But between missions, you can go and like you can kind of craft upgrades to your blaster and to like how well you harvest and like how much stuff that you can hold. This is a really cool mission here. Like you actually
fungus
go
looks gnarly.
into like you're actually like outside of a ship and like clearing the fungus from the outside.
That's amazing.
And floating around in space.
Yeah.
And then like you see like Saturn's rings behind you and everything the
So
whole time.
cool, blood.
But anyways, with the research, then you get different types of sprays. So you have your basic spray, which is like a little bit limited, and then you have this power spray, which will clear more effectively. Like it'll just like bigger area of effect.
Yeah.
As well as like a longer range and stuff. And then there's also here's a nice shot of Saturn's rings. There's also like a flame spray.
Looks really cool, dude.
To burn some areas away. Because sometimes it's what I'll do is like with this stage where there's just like so much fungus everywhere that like I would just like light some of it on fire. Like, oh yeah, you can also use these canisters. Light this area on fire, just let it burn while I go do something else. Rather than like trying to clear everything like piece by piece.
Just like put a dot on it.
Yeah. And then there's also the electrical spray. And so the electrical thing is like this whole other side of the mechanics, because with the electrical fungus, it interferes with these electrical systems. So
gets pretty complicated then.
Not that complicated,
but like
really.
you gotta think about how you clean things.
Well, you just like you need to sort of like figure out like where things are connected, right?
Got it.
So like you can't go through this door because it's overloaded because there's just too much fungus, like giving it too much power.
Yeah.
So you got to clear out the power. But then the opposite is true as well. You can find a door that's getting no power. And so you've got to figure out, okay, how do I route power to this door? Mm-hmm. And so like sometimes there's
Sounds
like these.
so fun.
So like you can see the power moving there down the line.
Yeah.
So like sometimes there's like these switches where you just kind of like a train track, flip the switch and get the power running the right way.
Isla, what's your vibe here? You feeling this?
Yeah, it seems interesting. The fire in space, as chat points out, is a little interesting.
they address a little bit of that. So,
okay.
Yeah. Because she's like, it's like I would expect the fungus to die out in space, but somehow it's actually thriving. So
Yeah.
yeah. And then I see that thing that I just put down. So that's like a temporary like. It's going to feed power, but it's going to pop back up in a second. So I had to like pop both of those down and then zip line my way back to the back of the ship and hit the buttons to get inside before the power went out again.
Yeah. Classic timed traversal challenge. Love that stuff. Love it.
And then, so with the immersive sim parts of it, Huber, is that like in some of the other levels, like you got like a lot of the vents and things like that, So it's like, so there will be times.
Any immersive sim fan loves vents.
Mm-hmm. There is one level, it might have been like even like the second level or something like that, where it's like I started the level and I saw there's a vent and I like ripped the hatch off of the vent and I went up there, and then it was the same level that I had played from Summer Game Fest, so I recognized it, and I go through the vent and I go down and I'm like, this is the guy. This is the goal. Like
you're right here.
I just skipped the whole level by going into this vent.
Wow.
That's crazy. Chat theorizes maybe the fungus is oxidizing in space. Like maybe it's off-gassing oxygen so that it's burning
Oh, sure. Yeah, makes sense.
It makes it so that it can burn in space.
It's transferring the fire, but because the fire does burn out when the
Yeah.
fungus is gone. Yeah.
Crazy.
Off-gassing.
Yeah.
Off-gassing. Thank you, scientists in chat. Appreciate
It
it.
just said it could have its own oxidizer. Then I was thinking about off-gassing.
Oh, and so this is another thing that was interesting, like puzzle-wise, immersive sim-wise. So there's parts here where like I had to like blast through a window to unblock a door, but there was one room where I was like I could see that the door was being blocked by fungus on the other side, but I was like, how do I get into that room?
I love that.
I don't.
That's
see
one of my favorite
any way
video
to
game
get
questions.
Into that room.
How do I get in that room?
And I don't want to
10
spoil it
questions.
because I was about to spoil it. I'm like, I shouldn't spoil it.
Yeah.
But there's a way to get into that room, but you have to think about how those tools and how those interactions work.
There's always a way, Blood. There's
Yeah.
always a way.
Can you say there's fungus among us, Blood?
There are fungus among us.
Oh.
And then a lot of the story is delivered through like emails and stuff. Dahlia does speak, but there aren't. I can't even remember if anyone else speaks to you. There are a couple of times where I got confused because like she will like say things like to her handler, but like you never hear anything back. So I think it's like she's saying them to like a recording, but like they don't have like real time communication.
It's
kind of thing.
Diane.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know,
You're stellar.
you're dealing with issues like with her mom and like issues with like the people that she
Jessica!
left behind, and again, dealing with the fact that, you're going into these places, but you know the people that have passed away. Oh, and this is another cool thing here. So this place is like 0G because the fungus has interfered with the gravity system.
Love that.
So when you clear the fungus away
Dead space.
from the gravity system, then it comes back on.
Yeah.
But similarly, you might want to be in 0G because it's easier to get around.
True. Floating around.
So float up to a
getting
vent
the cracks.
without having to worry about,
I
zipping
like
up to
that.
it as much. Yeah.
This reminds me of the fizzy lifting drinks part of Willy Wonka. That little vent thing.
One thing that I didn't see until I popped back into it is after you've completed a level, you can go back in and then it will actually show you how much of the fungus that you've cleared.
Yeah.
So if you want to really make it power wash and clear
That's
like
so funny,
every little
Blood.
bit of fungus in every level, you can do that.
That's so good.
There's all these little like kind of spaceship looking collectibles, and they'll tell you like, oh, this level's got 2 collectibles, this level's got 5, or whatever.
Little-
so looking around for all
Little
those.
side thing, yeah.
Yeah.
There is a demo available on Steam Chat, and
Right.
also this game is $15, but it's on sale for $12.74.
Nice.
Awesome.
So the one thing that like brings me down a bit from the highs that some of my friends are praising this
$15.
with is that like it does have some rough around the edges things. It does feel
Sure.
a little bit to me like a preview build or like an early access kind of
Okay.
thing.
I was going to ask you, the controls looked a little squirrely sometimes.
Well,
I don't think the
Splashy.
controls are super bad, but I think that like there are times when like bits of fungus will just be floating in the air, and so like I just got to clear out this like last little funny chunk that's there. Similarly, there'll be times where like the fire is still burning, and I'm like, I don't see anything here to burn. Like, are you what? And another thing where like I was like reading an email that was like tied to the mission objective, and
we
then like
love an email in a video game.
But Huber, I was reading it, and it was tied to the mission objective, and it was like, oh, mission accomplished thing pops up over top of the text that I'm reading.
Couldn't. Oh.
But then because it popped up, it was also like not letting me back out properly. And it was like I was like hitting the back button and nothing was working. I was like, am I gonna have to reset the game? What just happened?
Shit.
And then it just popped out of it like kind of randomly.
Yeah.
So it was like little buggy things here.
Yeah.
And then this
Needs a patch.
is the kind of cutscene that you get when you like give somebody their last rites. So
Sounds
you kinda
depressing
get, like,
as hell.
yeah.
Good
But it's
grief.
like look at the art though, dude.
Beautiful.
It's freaking insane. But the other thing was that the act
Looks so good.
the act oneness
Star
of it
Witches?
is that there's a religion, there's all kinds of stuff going on story wise, lore wise. But
Bioremediation.
yeah, this is when you get the DNA.
So crazy.
But when you finish this act, Huber,
yeah.
it just didn't feel like I finished an act.
Got it.
It didn't feel like
It
there
just
was
kind of ends.
It didn't feel like there's a through line. It didn't feel like, oh,
They needed to
here's
get
what was about
something
to come
out.
up next. It was just like, that was the last level.
Yeah.
Here's the credits.
It's like they needed to get something out with this Act 1 thing. They were just
Yeah.
like, let's get it on the store. Let's get it going. Go from there. Quasi faux early access, but not. Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's not early access.
Yeah.
But it's Act 1.
Yeah.
But it's like, it doesn't come to any kind of like resolution of an arc or like, oh, that, now I see where this is going. It's like, no, all that stuff that I was like following just isn't fulfilled.
Friendly,
right
though.
now.
A demo and a sale.
Yeah.
Less than $15. Really, really good deal. For sure. Ambrosia Sky. Power Wash Sleeper, I'm going to call it. Like Citizen Sleeper. All right. Bloodworth. You have been raving and ranting about Lumines, Isla?
Luminsaries.
Luminous arise.
Luminsaries.
Yes.
You know what? What's funny, Huber, is I always had these friends that were like
Hardcore on
Prove
this.
it.
hardcore Luminous fans on the PSP, right?
I had a PSP on day one, never played it.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had a
funny.
PSP since day one, never played this game in my life.
Yeah, I never really have gotten.
What's
into
funny is I
these
think like
either.
I'd even played Meteos on the DS, which
Crazy.
was also Mitsugushi, if I
the
remember
hell
right.
is that?
Yeah.
What about columns?
Yeah.
Loved
and
columns on the Genesis.
columns. So I'd never gotten into Luminous before, but as you know, I really, really love Tetris Effect.
Yeah, you do.
For the the synesthesia stuff and the music and all of that, and it's just like, so I was really looking forward to this, but also a little nervous because like I don't understand, didn't really understand the mechanics, right?
Yeah.
But I was not prepared for the way that this game takes over my brain because
This is blood bait. This is goaty,
Yeah,
dude.
this
This is blood's fucking goaty. Here
if
we
you
go.
want so like have you ever had like one of those days where like you're about to go on a trip or go on vacation or whatever and you just have a day where like I just wish I could just like go to sleep and just like not deal with this day just be
Every day of my
tomorrow?
life, blood. Every day of my life.
I mean you're anticipating the next day. This is the game because you would just not realize that the day has passed. That's just what has happened to me playing this game because Screaming Argonaut called me out when we were up at 6 a.m. for Nintendo Direct, and they were like, Bloodworth didn't have to get up early. He's just been up all night playing Luminous. And I'm like,
Yep.
well,
Probably.
you're actually not wrong.
Oh my
because I
God.
had finished playing Luminous at like 5 a.m. and realized, oh, it's 5 a.m.
Holy shit.
I guess I shouldn't go to bed now because I probably won't wake up.
Holy shit, dude.
You're insane.
It just gets your hooks in you to where you don't notice time is passing. You have
Yeah.
no idea.
I love that feeling.
And the way, so if you don't know how this works, then you're looking at this and you're just completely, utterly confused.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't play like Tetris. It doesn't play like a match 3 game.
Yeah. And remember, we're bringing up Tetris Effect also because it looks similar and it's also the same dev.
It's the
everybody.
exact same
If you
team.
are,
It's the same, yeah.
So
yeah.
same
It's
dev.
Enhance.
Yes.
A lot of the same musicians as well involved in this, which
Yeah.
really, really great music. The music, it doesn't go into as much of like the world music of Tetris Effect, but there's still a lot of variety in there. Like
Yeah.
there's some drum and bass and some rap, and there's like some like faux Mumford and Sons on one song. And like visually too, like
Vegetables.
I'm assembling vegetables.
Vegetables
now.
taste bad.
I'm dropping broccoli over here.
Talking meat, boy.
But the way that it works is rather than making lines or matching 3, you're making squares. That is the goal.
That's
is
fun.
to make squares. So you can do 2x2 as your basic, but you can also do 3x3, 4x4, get bigger and bigger. And
I'm so bad at this shit.
And then there are also these, so the ones with the little blinking like D-pads on them, those are chain blocks. And so those are nice because when those drop, anything that's matching, that's like the same type of block, the same color, all of them that are touching will become a chain. and then that will clear. And the way that they clear is so you have this, they call it the timeline. It's like a metronome thing that goes across the screen. And so when you make a match, whether it's a chain or whether it's a square, when that timeline comes across, it clears everything that's been matched. And then things drop down. And so that's kind of how you can create combos. If you like set up your kind of elaborate thing, it's like, okay, I got, you know, a row of blue down here, I got a row of red here, and then I'm going to drop a red with 2 blue on top of it. So then I'm going to get this on this pass, and then I'll drop down and I'll get a combo on the next pass, etc.
Yeah.
And then you have little characters. You
Fun
can
little
customize
avatar,
too.
yeah, a little blockhead.
They are called Lumines.
Oh my gosh.
So and actually with 2 eyes, like a me. Your little avatar is a Luminous.
They look really awesome, actually.
Yeah.
I like it.
And there's like a gotcha. So like when you complete levels, then you get enough points to like,
They were playing Astrobot
get the little,
for sure.
Get the little things out of there.
Yeah.
But you also, like the Wii U menu, you get like everybody else's Lumies that pop up in the background between levels and stuff.
Does the head have to be square, or can you change that?
The heads are all kind of different things that you unlock as well. So like every little thing about those, you can customize a bit based on things that you unlock. But yeah, and so the thing is, one of the reasons I put so much time into this is I think really what it comes down to is that I am bad at this game. And this game is more difficult than I expected it to be.
Because you're good at Tetris Effect, for sure.
Yeah, and so I was
very competent.
Thinking Tetris Effect, like, okay.
Holy shit, this level's like Load Runner.
Yeah, this one's elevators, which was really kind of trippy. So I was thinking, like with Tetris Effect, that I would like hop into this
right
game
in and do
I would do journey mode in 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then there would be like these sets, because the way it works is that you have sets of songs, so 4 to 5 songs in a set.
Yeah.
And then you get a score and a grade, and then you can move on to the next set. And I was getting to sets where like I would literally be like doing the same set repeatedly, like over and over, like get to it, lose, start again. And I would be doing that for like 3 hours. And I'm just like, I'm enjoying myself, but I am not making progress.
Oof.
And part of it is is I put it on myself, because there's 2 types of restarts. You can restart the whole set, or you can restart from just that level. But if you restart from that level, it's actually easier because it clears out all the junk. You just start from that level. And so you can move on if you do that kind of reset a lot quicker.
Okay.
I was putting this thing in my head. It was like, no, I got to do the whole set at once.
Yeah.
And it was making it really difficult.
Yeah, I bet.
But what's nice is that outside of journey mode, there is also challenge mode. There's the Lumies at the score screen. There's a challenge mode, but within the challenge mode, there's also a training mode. And so that's really nice, because there's like dozens of training missions to like really walk you from, okay,
VR
how
missions.
does this crap work? Yeah, this is the training mode here. It's like, okay, what are the basics? How does this stuff work? And then getting you like deeper and deeper and deeper into like, okay, this is what I need to do to like really set up some advanced stuff and keep things moving. One other basic mechanic that I neglected to mention. There's also, this is in Tetris Effect in a way as well, there's also burst. And so as you're clearing squares, you're building up your burst meter as well. And when your burst meter gets above 50%, you can spend it at any time. But if you wait for it to get maxed out, then you get a lot more time.
Stronger, yeah.
And so basically what burst does is it pauses the timeline.
Whoa.
And it also makes it so that like, so basically like one thing that you started to build, like so you're building a clock square, because we're looking
That
at
one
B-roll
looks
with
so
clocks.
fun, dude. Wow.
Or like say you're building a red square, just to make it simple for listeners. So your red square is now, you're putting everything on that red square. So like you just keep building it, and then the blue stuff is going to fly away. And as long as you keep connecting and building that square, as long as you're in burst modes, it'll do like 5 or 6 passes at the timeline. Then at the end you can have like a big like 100 like point square or whatever.
Got it.
So it's really
knowing when to use that.
To use that, because like using it, wait until you max it out is really good for points.
Yeah.
But you can also like burn it. Like if you do it at a time, it's like, oh, I'm actually not going to be able to build around this very well because I put too much junk around it.
Just pop it.
Because you have to like pick and choose like what you're going to drop in there.
Yeah.
But then at the other hand, if you play it early, that can be like your get out of jail free cards.
Totally.
Like I put myself into a corner. I need a burst right now.
Yeah,
just
get out
clear
of
a
here.
lot of space. Yeah.
Sick.
And there's like a lot of chains and stuff. Outside of the tutorial thing, there is an additional like another like challenge mode, which is like basically like a puzzle mode. Like okay,
Yeah.
do these things. This is one of the challenges here.
Do you think there's more to do in this than Tetris Effect? Or similar? Just similar amount of...
It's hard to say because Tetris Effect added a lot of stuff over the years. They added more and more modes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're basically like back to square one with Lumines.
Fair, yeah.
There's also multiplayer as well, which I didn't dive into
Cool.
at all. There's also
Co-op
VR
or
support.
like PvP? Like against like Tetris style against each other?
Tetris style against each other, I
Got it,
think.
got
I
it,
didn't,
got it.
like I said, I didn't get into it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it is.
Yeah.
There's also VR support for PlayStation VR 2.
Well, yeah.
And so I hopped into that and played that for a while. And that's what, like, Tuesday, like, I was almost late because I'm in VR. Now I really don't have any concept
God,
of
you're
time.
obsessed.
And if you hadn't slacked me
Yeah.
right then, he's like, I should see what Heber's saying. And, like, I took the headset off and I'm like,
Yo, you
what
gotta
time
go.
is it?
That's
Because it had been like an
hilarious.
hour, and I had no idea it had been an hour.
Oh
Because I was
my
like, I think I'll just do this.
Yeah.
When you beat it, I'm not going to spoil it, but very cool credits thing, interactive credits.
Love interactive credits.
You unlock survival mode.
Ooh.
So basically, you do the whole journey in one shot.
One
See
go.
how far you can
If
get.
you die, love
it's
that
a little
stuff.
bit more friendly, I think.
Cool.
Either that, or I'm just like now I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But it felt like I'm not struggling on some of the parts I was struggling with before.
Yeah.
So that's nice. And there are difficulty settings as well. So you can bump it down to easy. You can make it harder. Like I said, really good music, really cool visuals, and just like a lot of crazy concepts and stuff. And then the way those things will kind of interact sometimes.
Yeah.
One thing I will say, and I don't know if this is necessarily a criticism or just a way for them to throw you off, but there are some of the themes where it did like really made it hard for my brain to process like making blocks out of these things. Because like
Just 'cause
one,
the way they looked?
one is
or-
like like I call them taxi cabs.
Yeah.
I think I got a closer look and I think they're like SUVs.
Okay.
But it's like I'm assembling like blocks of taxi cabs, and like my brain just did not want to like process that as something to make a block out of.
Yeah.
And similarly, like there's a one I don't think they're in here to Isla. So there was another one that's like they were like bells and like little ivory elephants. And when you would turn, they would swing like they're on a necklace. And so it had the hardest time, like how many times do I need to turn this because there's so much extra motion? And I'm like, wait, should I turn this 2 times or 3 times? Like it's just little things like that would throw me off.
Yeah.
And again, just like I think having to rewire my brain to always be thinking in squares. And so like I think some
So
of those
different than
old habits
Tetris.
of like just shove something off to the side is like, no, that's bad. Don't do
Yeah.
that. You gotta like always be thinking about like how can I just make a block right now?
Yeah.
And then within that, because it gets fast.
Yeah, I bet.
And that's the thing. Is the speed will trip you up.
I can barely handle Tetris Effect, blood. That's crazy. That sounds so fun. It looks good. It got good reviews. Blood loves it. It's a classic.
Yeah.
From the
I think
PSP
Rihanna
days.
was saying might be one of her games of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, it's just interesting because we see video game clones all the time. And it's like, really, how many Tetris clones are there that stand up to that level of quality? And it really feels like this is the one that's like, on par with Tetris's quality.
Right.
Yeah. Not to mention Hatris, of course. We all love Hatris. Love Hatris. Next up, Don's been putting a little time into the spiritual successor to Burnout, Wreckreation. Don,
Yes.
how we feeling?
Wreckreation.
How we feeling here?
We're feeling quite good, actually. We're feeling quite good.
We
about
love
Wreckreation.
this.
I love
Yeah,
smashing
Michael-
a billboard.
Love
Hold
smashing a
on.
billboard.
Hold on, I gotta pull up this stuff.
So
here.
classic.
See where there it is. Get this B-roll up here. This is recorded on the PS5, so this is not the quality representation that
Right.
Wreckreation is. Just a little disclaimer there, okay? But this game is fun. Huber, I was telling you a little bit about it earlier last week, you know, that it's like super Burnout 3
Totally.
vibes, which is like as good as it gets. One of my favorite combat racing games of all time.
Absolutely.
Burnout 3, and that's really what this does. So you're in this big open world. Here you see smashing through billboards.
We
as you were
love
calling
it.
out earlier, there's billboards everywhere. As you can imagine, lots of little things in the open countryside to smash up, and then just all kinds of events and weird things spread about. You have these gas stations and parking
Love
lots.
this.
This is where the cars that you unlock sit, so you can
Oh,
pull them
okay.
to-
Oh.
yeah, gas stations and swap out to some of the other cars that
It
you
looks like an
unlocked.
RX-8 right there or something.
Dude, I don't remember. I think they said 50 something, like a reasonable number of cars, but they're all very nice. Like the car
Cool.
models and everything looks sick as hell. Here you see me swapping out to something. You can get cars by beating events. You can get cars by like sometimes through challenges, or sometimes also through like rivals you come across on the countryside. You like engage in a race with them and try to like track them down and beat them, and then you can unlock the car as well.
Oh my
so they've got
God, I
this
love
building
that.
aspect to it, which I haven't really looked into a lot, honestly. Like, I just haven't been motivated to. But anytime you want in the world, you can jump into this live mix mode where you can just start building across the countryside. Here you see there's also kinds of little unlockables here where you're like adding assets to the building
Yeah.
mode. So you're finding them.
Yeah,
spread
because
around.
that's one of the things that they're saying is like to kind of differentiate it is that like you can be in a multiplayer session with other people, and one person can just be like building stuff while other people drive on it. It's kind of
So
yeah,
funny.
basically it can be happening in like real time. It's pretty insane. You can be laying stuff down.
So they
The-
call it a slam now, not a shunt.
They have shunts in here too. You
Okay,
will see some
good.
shunts. Yeah, there's some
Good. I want a shunt.
So the building aspect of it, like I said, I haven't explored, but it seems quite promising just because of the fact you can pretty much build anywhere on the open world map, and not just that, but you can actually create events. Okay, so you can like set in all the parameters, whether it's like a regular race, or I forget all the names they have for all of the like revenge, and all these different ones you're trying to take out opponents. Or
So Burnout 3
you know,
right now.
It's so Burnout
it's
3. Oh my
extreme
God.
Burnout 3. I mean, you see the meter down there, straight up Burnout
Yeah.
3. All this contact you see, knocking them off the road and everything is like totally Burnout 3. You get
Oof.
the little replays. When you get a takedown, they show you the other car getting thrashed, then it jumps back to you. And you get extreme body damage. As you can see, the body damage is so good. in
So
this game.
sick.
And so these guys, these blue rivals are ones you're trying to take out. The red ones you're trying to not take out because you actually get time penalties.
Oh.
And
Oh, that's
Yeah.
You're like a
interesting.
teammate?
so it's really cool because they mix them in, with the packs of cars, and it can really add a nice little challenge.
That is fun, dude.
Yep.
That is there it was, shunt. That is, I really like that. It to be a little more calculated
Yeah.
in your slamming and shunting and
Yeah.
passing
You get
and
some
driving in general. Yeah.
You get some strategy to it. And then there's some really different, you have like short races, but you also have really long ones. I mean, I've already come across races that are like 10, 15 minutes long
Oh,
where
wow.
you have to take out like 25 or 30 opponents. So there's
Whoa.
like epic marathon kind of combat racing things, which is just like so fun to engage in. The thing this game really hits so good on, which I think you may have already noticed, just the sense of speed is like
Yeah, it looks
incredible.
fast.
It's so extreme, and they just do such a nice job. When you get a game like this, when they really crank up like the speed effect, a lot of times they have to just tone down all the collision stuff, make it really arcadey, so you can kind of just slop your way through the whole course.
Right.
That's not the case here. I mean, you'll wreck. Sometimes the wrecks are triggered, and it's like too extreme, where you'll just bump a guy on the side, and you're like, oh, I wish I would have sideswiped him, but you'll full on start cartwheeling in a shower of sparks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But so you just kind of get tuned into like the timing of everything, but also just the way the landscape is designed and the way the courses are designed. It allows you to kind of there's some close calls, but you could definitely make your way around and just
Oof.
keep this extreme speed like this, as you can see. So some stuff you can break through, some stuff you can't. And then they have the oh, what's it called? I forget. When you go into when you wreck and then it goes into slow motion, you can like maneuver your car in bullet
I
time.
loved that
Oh, yeah,
stuff,
With the right joystick.
Touch?
Right.
Is it touch something? Is it?
Right analog stick. It might come up here at some point, but the
Okay.
aftertouch. That's what
Aftertouch,
they call it.
that's it.
Aftertouch.
Yeah. So it's
Oh gosh.
yeah, insane wrecks
Taken
here.
down
So-
is one word.
And then here, so you have cross-country things too. This is an example here. Your viewers in this watching the B-roll where you're just like finding checkpoints at high rates of speed.
Oh,
Any of
funny.
these trees will take you out and stuff, so you got to really be careful. But
Yeah, for listeners, checkpoint was literally like a word.
In the world.
It's like a sign. Like imagine like a street, like a store sign, but it's just like on the ground. And Don just smashed through the O to get the checkpoint.
yeah, they do some odd things. It has its own style of its own. This kind of surreal stuff happens like this. Yeah, checkpoints are actual letters. The finish line is an actual thing you crash through, and stuff like that. And so it just has like little quirky, odd things about itself. Check this out. I think I'm gonna take a jump here. Boom.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Mass air,
Slam.
baby. Mass
That's a Forza
air.
Horizon
oh my
jump
God.
right
This
there.
game is like
Yeah.
extreme thrill ride when you get locked in. And then racing at
Ooh.
night. Talk about intense.
There we
Damn.
go.
Tokyo
Oh,
Extreme Racer right
Storm?
here.
Yeah. Visibility, just like minimum,
Dude.
high speeds.
Blood's
I
getting
mean,
in.
Yeah.
Well,
Blood's
it's
getting in
not
on
that I'm
this.
getting in. It's this reminds me of not nearly as good, but it reminds me of Drive Club.
Drive
Club might still be
Oh
some of
my
the best
God, Blood.
freaking weather in a racing game.
Dude.
Like holy cow.
Drive Club hype.
Yeah, they have nice weather that comes in here, rain, fog, everything. A lot of nighttime events and dynamic, time of day changes and everything like that. A lot of events, you can set at specific times, so it'll do that time jump kind of thing. When you enter the event, it'll like speed ahead to the proper time for the race, and then when you complete it, it kind of goes back to where you were. There you see some nice lightning in the distance and everything like that. So real nice weather and lighting effects. Again, it doesn't come across as clean as it actually is in game, because I was
Yeah,
capturing
because it's
on
a
the
PS5
and
recording
everything.
bit rate. Yeah. Got
stuff
it.
like that. But so again, I haven't like been motivated to really check out the design stuff. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get to group stream this at some point. I'll try to design maybe some event if I have time. But so far,
you know what? Because we were thinking about
Yeah.
like maybe just sticking it in next week just because we hadn't covered it yet. But
Maybe.
I do think it would be better if you had some time to plan something out. So
Yeah.
let's stick that in the pocket. Let's get
Stick it
some
in the pocket.
Dawn,
Dino level.
Here's-
machinations here.
Yeah, I'll try to design something. Maybe that would make it fun. But then there's all this weird, quirky crap like this that you come across. Like, look at this, it's just some
Dinosaur
weird
Park.
Dino Park and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Random stuff. It's a huge
You know what's
map.
funny is it's giving me flashbacks to Mario Kart World now.
Don, any
totally.
idea
It's
why
like Mario
the
Kart World without animation.
Don, any idea why the user and critical reviews are super mid for this game?
I haven't read
Any
them,
idea?
so I
Because
don't
people
know.
are even saying like they're confused by how like the
Look at this,
reception.
look at this crash. I'm going flying off a bridge, dude.
Like one of the reviews, Don, is like confused about the negatives. If you
Yeah.
love Burnout, you love this.
There's so much to love. I don't know. I'd
Yeah.
be curious to know what the negativity is. I saw someone in chat say something about that they're surprised by all the negative reviews about it.
And you're having a blast. That's
I'm
all that
having
matters.
A blast! It is
Yeah.
so fun. It's literally like if you enjoy Burnout 3.
It's clearly got some
I put
issues
this in
going
there.
on. Like,
I put that in there.
But it's a low budget
I put that
game,
in there for
right?
you, Blood. It has some quirky stuff. No, it has some like I don't know if you'd call it buggy stuff. It's fun buggy stuff. I would say. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's a physics
Look at this
system that
fog.
hasn't been tamed.
Yeah, here's one more crash.
Physics system that hasn't been
The
tamed.
physics system is quite good. It's just riding this line between, it has a lot of like arcadey aspects to it, and then it has some very realistic physics stuff to it. Look
Yeah,
at this,
look
I
at
got
that.
blasted.
That's exactly what I
put
mean.
this in there special for
This
you.
is the kind of stuff
This
that
only
they had to
happened
spend
once.
2 years
This
like,
only
fixing
happened
in Breath
once.
of the
though.
Wild.
Blood. It's only happened once, but I put it in there because it was so awesome. I just wanted you to see. I got blasted into the stratosphere. Look how long I'm floating.
This is awesome. Boom.
Rad, yeah. So that was really. I was gonna put some more stuff in there, but I was like, well, I don't want it to look bad for the devs, but there's some cool crap that happens in this game for sure. Yeah. But it's so fun and just like awesome audio. All the sound effects and like engine, like all the soundscape in it. It's like really nice. And stuff like that. So, and you don't really see it here, but yeah, you can build like these enormous skyways. You saw them a little bit more in the trailers
I mean,
and stuff
that's
like that.
the thing, Don, and like that's why I'm like not mad about it because I think it is fine as long as it's like not interfering with your gameplay too much.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's fine. Like, I
Yeah,
think
once
it's
in a
actually-
while you have some weird physics things. That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once in a while, yeah.
Like, I miss that. I
Yeah.
miss seeing some goofball things happening.
Every-
My car flies off into the ocean.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what? Like, yeah, I love that.
There hasn't been a single moment when I'm in a race and I'm like, oh, what the hell? Why did this crazy thing
Yeah,
happen?
you
It
didn't just,
screwed it
like,
up. It's
clip
always
through
like
a hill
some
or something,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's either
You're
when
so
I'm like
right,
just
dude.
cruising the countryside or at the end of a race or something like that when something weird sometimes happens and it's just like it's just a laugh, you know. It's no
Yeah.
big deal at all. So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, having a blast with it. It's a lot of
We
fun.
love that. Because the AAA racing scene is very
Anemic.
it's very sterile. It's very like, here is what we are doing, and we are not taking risks. We are gonna do, the Gran Turismo and the Forza, and that's
Yep.
So it's nice to have out of control racing games, because I feel like growing up, Blood, we just had
Freaking-
so many
well,
of
yeah,
that.
because of the chain of acquisitions.
Just
We're
so
like,
Destruction
cruising and San
Derby.
Francisco Rush
Yeah,
and
Destruction
Burnout
Derby,
and just-
Burnout.
yeah.
There's so many combat racing, Twisted Metal.
Twisted
you know.
Metal.
a bunch of the great racing studios bought up each other, and then EA bought up all of them, and like, well, now Criterion's working on Battlefield. Oh, now all
Yeah.
Codemasters is doing is F1. It's like,
Yeah. Totally. And then WRC stopped, right?
right.
They had like
That's what I'm
their-
saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. Like
Crazy.
Codemasters.
Yeah.
One of the things they did was get that WRC license
Yeah.
so that they would look pretty as an acquisition.
Yeah.
And then EA bought them. They put out one WRC game, and EA was like, this is pretty niche, isn't it? We're not going to make as much money as F1, so don't worry about that for a bit.
Lame.
We'll maybe come back to it. But oh, no, that's right. They let go of the WRC license. Somebody else is picking it up and putting a
Okay.
new team together.
Yeah.
Assemble that team.
Assemble. Avengers Assemble. Awesome, Don. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time. Yeah, because that's all you need, right? You hear a game is divisive, but then someone you love and trust is like, no. This thing is good. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
let's go. All
It
right.
is
Yeah, I mean, Don
so
was also
fun.
a champion of, was it Flat Out? Or
Oh
no?
yeah, Trail Out.
No, Trail Out.
Yeah,
That's
Trail
it.
Out.
Yep.
Trail
And that thing
out.
continues to roll. They keep adding to Trail Out. Shout out to Trail Out. Yeah, Blood, good call.
Trail out, spin tires, Wreckfest.
Wreckfest.
Yes.
This one just it really amps up the speed factor though.
Spin
It
tires is like the
so
opposite of
fun
racing.
and so fast. Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to spend 15 minutes getting out of this mud
Like
hole.
slow combat racing.
And it's called Mud Runner now.
Mud
We
Runner.
keep forgetting the name changed. Mud Runner and Snow Runner.
Snow Runner, yeah.
Damiani, did you get down in Burnout in your day? In your
Played
youth?
a little bit, yeah, but not. I know a lot of people had a lot of fun with it. I mean, what was the I'm trying to remember which specific one we
Paradise
played.
was huge.
Takedown
Yeah.
was like
Two
I think
and
it was
three.
best, but
Yeah.
three,
th-
right?
Paradise
Three
was the
really
biggest
elevated
one,
it,
yeah.
and then
Yeah, three was the
Paradise
one,
was
I
like the
think.
big one.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it is funny because in a lot of ways, this one is a three. Many parts of it are basically just a three clone. It's like you liked Burnout 3, which it was a master stroke of a game. So it's like,
Yeah.
of course, I want more of that. But yeah, it doesn't include. It doesn't include everything. Like they don't have the. I love that mode when you do all the damage.
Oh, yeah,
and they're
crash
like,
mode. I think
Crash
they might have
mode,
had
oh my
crash
God.
mode in their previous games.
Oh my God,
like
crash
dangerous
mode.
driving games.
Yeah.
And San Francisco Rush stunt mode.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out. 10 out of 10 shout out. My goodness.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Check it out. if you're in the
Awesome, Don.
mood.
Thank you.
Oh yes.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
That's on Steam now. Full release. Little pricey, $40, but they've got a roadmap going. They had a patch 3 days ago, so it's cooking, it's going, it's moving. Wreckreation. All right, Bloodworth. Also this week, we have a lot of news going down.
Oh, yeah.
And we got a big controversy. Let's get into this.
I'm not sure what you mean by controversy necessarily. It's just bad news. But update from Eurogamer on the Rockstar employees that were fired for quote unquote gross misconduct. And what's becoming more and more clear is like everyone's saying that this is union busting. Like there's
Yeah.
no
Rockstar sketch.
there's no real reasons
Rockstar sketch.
given for why these people were let go. So there have been protests outside of Rockstar offices over the past week. The
Get them.
Independent Workers
Get their ass.
Union of Great Britain has filed a legal claim alleging that the dismissals, quote, amount to victimization and collective dismissal linked to trade union activity. And on Thursday...
Over 200 employees, I just want to reiterate that. That's a lot of voices.
You didn't
That
even
is-
reiterate it. You said it
Yeah.
before I said it. But
Sorry, give blood. Yes, that is a lot of people, dude.
Yeah, 200 employees, over
Yes.
200 employees filed a letter to management condemning the firings and asking that all of their colleagues be reinstated to come back to work. And there are more protests planned in London, Edinburgh, and Paris later this month.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What's our take on this? I mean, 200 plus employees are saying this.
Yeah. People
Seems
are not happy.
pretty cut and dry. It seems pretty
It
sketch,
feels very-
Rockstar.
It feels very cut and dry now.
Yeah.
Like when we first talked about it last week or whatever, we're like,
Yeah.
we're not entirely sure.
Yeah, like what's going on? It
Yeah.
just was breaking.
Now it's like,
okay.
it seems 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Pre-iterate.
Reiterate.
Thanks, Zorgla.
The
Pre-iterate.
reiterate.
The ADHD
The
man, it
iteration.
just likes it. Just gets in there. It just goes.
It's these new meds. You could see forward through time.
Limitless right there.
Yeah.
Oh
You're
my
like Bradley Cooper before
Bradley
his
Cooper.
surgery.
Yo, Limitless tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, I just hate this. I just hate when a company that you love their like products, like Rockstar makes games that I love, but then it turns out that they're doing sketchy things or
Yeah.
they're not being honest or just not like
And like for decades now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that like the Blizzard, right, is the one of the best examples where it's like that's something I grew up with my whole life, Blizzard games, and then all that stuff came out and it's like ever since that I just have engaged with Blizzard way less. I barely even play their games. I've fallen off of WoW because when you love a product and you love the people behind the product, there is nothing better. Somebody makes a movie, you love that person, you love the movie, and it's like, okay, this is the best. I can love this thing even more now because of that. But then now, this gets messy. It gets muddy, like art versus artist. That's a whole thing. So
Yeah.
just really gross. And we'll just see how it develops.
Yeah, I'm curious because they're putting so much pressure.
Yeah.
On.
We need a good
Yeah.
Bloodworth legal check-in. That is what we're missing here with all the acquisitions and all that. I love a Bloodworth legal check-in.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like this is one of those things that like you can't avoid. It's like every couple of days there's another thing that happens. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I like that they're doing this too. I feel like if you put enough pressure on Rockstar, like I feel like they're gonna cave or something. I feel like something's
hope
gonna happen.
So.
here,
I am
yeah.
not confident that they are not high enough on their horse. I'm just like, we'll just wait it out.
I feel like Rockstar doesn't cave.
We got to
usually.
make them cave
They just
here.
ignore everything. It
But they
feels
did,
like.
like after the whole thing with San Diego and Redemption and like all the, spouse letters and things that went around about the crunch and stuff there, it's like they at least wanted to create an image that they are fixing this, right? How much that's borne out over the years is, probably up to people that have worked there to tell us. But
Yeah.
it's... I don't know. I'm split on whether they will actually respond or not.
Messy
Yeah.
and currently developing.
Or if it's going to take this lawsuit to like be like, no, you have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
That what you just did is actually illegal.
Yeah. Independent Workers Union of Great Britain.
Yeah.
That's intense. That's so intense. Yeah. And again, just the sheer number, like 200 people, it's a lot.
Yep. Putting their necks on the line.
For sure.
At a Disney Plus Originals preview in Hong Kong, Kojima came out.
Kojima's gay?
He came out.
Good news, Jeff.
And he announced that a Death Stranding anime is in the works for 2027.
Yeah.
Working title is Death Stranding Isolation.
Let's go.
Disney Plus, though.
He better direct the pilot at a minimum, or I'm pissed.
He's not directing. No.
Coward.
Consulting.
Coward.
He will tell a completely new story. It will tell a completely new story separate from the video games. Quote, somewhere in North America, just as Sam Bridges walks through the continent in order to save America, the someones, italicized, are also trying to deal with their isolation in their own way. An old man trying to realize salvation through ways outside of the connection advocated by Bridges. A female warrior who tries to kickstart a world of constant fighting. A boy with a grudge against Bridges. A girl who embraces loneliness.
All right.
Is this like Chico, Paz, Merrill, and
So right.
Roy Campbell right there?
You're so right, Damiani. Oh my God.
What am I hearing?
Chico and Paz, dude.
Yeah, director is Takayuki Sano. Original character design from Ilya Kuvshinov. Sorry. That Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex 2045. And animation production is E&H Production Company.
Yeah, the director has worked on Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods. Is a big one.
Oh.
Yeah,
And Jujutsu
I looked
Kaisen
at all
Zero.
those, but I didn't know them well enough to jump
Yeah.
in.
I'm super down. Death Stranding is ripe for an anime spinoff. I mean, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, I think about it all the time. That is one of my favorite anime video game adaptations of all time. It is so good. So if it is anywhere near that level of quality, we're in business. Yeah, and I think Death Stranding also, the game is so like hyper realistic looking, but the themes and everything are so anime. I mean, there's like mechs with swords and motorcycles and
exactly.
monsters coming out of the ground.
Guitars.
Like, dude,
Yep.
like anime that. Oh, it's gonna be awesome for sure.
Roll this. Game that I was not aware of until it launched on Steam this week. Rebel Engine.
Rebel Engine.
Is from Argentinian developer Seven Leaf Clover. And yeah, it's this like fast-paced, cartoony, first-person. Their little elevator pitch is like a boomer shooter meets Devil May Cry with like combos and air combat.
Damiani, dude, what is happening here? Oh my God.
It is so fast that it's like it's so hard to
What?
keep up with what even the player is doing in this trailer.
What the heck? Kind of a hi-fi rush, like
Yeah, it does give me a little hi-fi rush vibe,
tiny
exactly.
bit, just a little dash of hi-fi rush.
They describe the signature combat loop as never stop attacking.
No, great. Love that.
Yeah, so you got swords, you've got guns on the left hand, you've got like freaking buzzsaw, like
ABC,
some dude
always
in
be
a
casting.
ring.
Always be casting. Yeah, always be attacking. Love that.
SSS
that.
ranks, there you go.
Yeah. Triple S. So good. Man, this looks awesome.
Yeah, a little pile driver there for you, Huber.
So cool.
There's this shot a little bit ago where like he like slammed a guy down to the ground. He was like air comboing, slammed him to the ground, and then aimed his gun down and shot him.
Oh my God. Confirm
Rebel
the kill.
Engine.
Rebel Engine on Steam, $17.
Not bad.
Right now. 20 usually. $20 actually. The sale just ended. $20.
Nice.
Fully released. Not even early access.
Yeah, fully out.
20 bones.
With everything else, we did not get into this, but PlayStation had their financial briefing this week, covering in the first half of the fiscal year. A couple highlights from GamesIndustry.biz. PlayStation 5 has now sold 84.2 million, with 3.9 million units during the second quarter. Ghost of Yote,
Yote.
3.3 million copies in its first 32 days
Hype for that DLC.
since October 2nd. And then here we go, Huber. The effect of those PlayStation Plus price hikes.
Oh my God. Okay.
Network services revenue rose 13.7%.
So it worked. No, I didn't want it to work.
Not only that,
It's working.
monthly active users on PlayStation Plus also increased
Oh my God.
to 119 million during the quarter.
So it doesn't matter.
Fake. Those are fake.
They just.
It's AI.
2.5% increase, even though they raised the price. So 13.7%
They know.
revenue increase.
They know. There are much smarter humans that work for these companies that crunch the numbers. My dad likes to call them bean counters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a premium product, and they know their enthusiast market will pay for it.
Yeah. 1,000 a day, 10,000 a day.
Yep.
And the coupon day is when PlayStation Plus goes on sale Black Friday for once a year.
Coming up, please. If anyone sees that, let me know. That's the only way. That's the only way,
Yeah,
dude.
will
Life
it
finds a
actually this
way.
year?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
that is the only way to get this. So if anyone has a line on that, you let me know immediately. Yeah.
Also, what's sort of funny about that too is, so like like we talk about like Nintendo's a little bit on the stingy side with the codes, right?
Yeah.
But Nintendo does send. They still only send one. But they do send one subscription code
Oh,
for their online service every
nice.
year.
That's friendly.
Very rarely, occasionally, I might get like an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate code
Sure.
that we'll like put on the group account. or
Yeah,
something.
once in a while we'll get like a month from them.
No, I mean like a full year.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've ever seen that with PlayStation.
Never.
I don't think I've ever seen a PlayStation
I've
Plus
never seen
full
it.
year subscription
Yeah.
code.
No. Jeez. Crazy. Just not even thinking about games. It's just interesting to see an increase in revenue after a price hike. That's just the snapshot of that is a lot to think about, digest.
Yeah, that is $1.1 billion from network services.
Wow. Just the network is $1 billion industry. Oh my God. Wow. That is wild.
Yep.
Let that sink in, everyone. That is crazy. Just the price of entry, just to get in. It's like you're paying for parking,
Yep. Yep.
Oh, yay. Crazy.
And last one, good news. Friend of the show and Game Trailers alum, AJ Locascio, will reprise his role
Perfect.
as Gambit in Marvel Rivals
Perfect.
alongside Lenore Zahn as Rogue.
Perfect.
Shout out AJ.
Yeah, that's
Heck
awesome.
yeah.
That's so awesome.
Locascio.
Marvel Rivals. I gotta hop back in. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Gambit.
Yeah.
Gambit.
Love Gambit.
Also, he popped up in that Gibson Back to the Future trailer.
Yeah. Some people were like, it's AI. And he was like, it's not AI, it's me.
Right?
Also, I was distracted when we were watching the State of Play, Isla,
Hello.
and they showed the Night Rain trailer.
Yeah.
Completely missed Artorias.
I said Artorias out loud.
I
You did say it
missed
out
it.
loud.
I
I went,
missed
oh,
it.
Artorias.
I missed
Because
it.
it was long theorized that they would probably put him in there,
Got it.
and they did.
Yes.
That's cool.
That's incredible. That's one of my favorite
You
boss
had me
fights of all
doubting
time.
myself
Huh?
because I said Artorias and no one reacted. And I was like, am I crazy? That's Artorias.
I'm so
What's
sorry.
happening?
I totally didn't hear you. I'm so sorry. I would have friggin'
I forgive you.
squeezed you. I would have squeezed you.
I long to be squeezed.
Totally didn't hear it. Oh, that's exciting. That's sick. All right. It is time for Love and Respect. Love and respect. From Hey Man, Nice Shots. Last week I heard the call of Jones and Isla. And when they call, you must respond. I concur. In other words, I made a short remix of Huber's sort of impromptu rap during the 500th episode. Hope you guys enjoy. And on to the next couple of hundred. Ugh. Take it away. Hey, we hit 500. It's been a hell of a road. We move faster than
been a
Slippery toad.
video games are
The best.
Don't listen to the rest. We were born to talk about them as long as we clear our
Phlegm.
We hit 500. We hit 500.
It's been a hell of a road.
It's been a 55. Bossman is
Lost, man.
Brad
It's rad.
Jones loves
Skeleton bones.
Ben Moore.
The world needs more.
But we're still here,
So there's nothing to fear.
we give a
Big shout out
to all our patrons. We love sharing all
the video game information.
It's time to dissect.
Love and respect. Love this.
That was such an insane.
Remix. Oh, hey man, nice shots.
good.
You're a pro. You're such a pro. Thanks for doing that. 500. Shout out.
501.
501 now. This is 501. Remember, Law
We're
and
on
Order
your
had
tail,
like,
Law and Order.
yeah, like 530.
529.
Yeah. Keep it going.
28 to go.
Yes. Gonna get him. All right. From Maximilian
Thomason.
Thomason. Yes. Hey, allies. Longtime listener since the GT days. First time asking here. As a big Battlefield fan, I was very hyped for Battlefield 6 and played a lot over the first couple of weeks after launch, as much as I could between work and being a father of a 4-month-old baby. Congratulations. Thing is though, I mostly enjoy this sort of thing with a squad of friends and tend to not play online by myself very much. Yes, I have been struggling to solo queue for Battlefield 6, Maximilian. You're not alone. I have played way less than I thought I would because it is intense. Solo queuing is intense. You know, it's just a lot. Now, Arc Raiders came around, and suddenly all of my friends are going topside instead of being on the battlefield. So I begrudgingly load up Arc Raiders because I do want to play with my buddies. And surprisingly, I prefer playing the game solo, which is a first for me since I usually just play single-player games when I want to play something by myself. There's just something special about the Arc Raiders solo queue and experience. I agree 1,000%. Has any of you had a similar experience where somebody got into a multiplayer game and you ended up enjoying the game by yourself more? So, multiplayer game you enjoy by yourself. Yeah, Arc Raiders is an absolutely incredible game to solo queue. I couldn't agree more. It feels great. I mean, with duos and trios, of course. I mean, you have a full squad, 10 out of 10.
It also gets like sweatier. Like there are people now,
Sure.
like the meta is changing with Arc Raiders, you know, day to day almost it feels like. But people,
Yeah.
I've heard people say like I shoot 3 squads on site.
Yeah.
It's like they're always sweaty. And I'm like,
That makes sense.
as someone who wants to play peaceful and I play with my wife and my friend Jack, I'm like, no, like,
Yeah.
we're actually friendly.
Solo queue is extremely friendly. I've been shot in the back like one time only. It's crazy.
Yeah, solo queue, I've actually, like, I never jump into multiplayer games like this solo. And I
Yeah.
usually lose interest in multiplayer games pretty much before they're even out. And, like, yeah, Arc Raiders solo is kind of cozy.
It is kind of cozy.
It's like it's the right mix of, like, super intense,
Yeah.
stressful. Like, I was trying to find mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I was, like, creeping along by myself through Spaceport, trying to get to this one tree that I know has mushrooms. And I spawn at the far other end of the map. And I'm just like, here we go again. Like,
Yeah,
you know, my
the
heart
journey.
was beating, dude. It was
love
great.
that. I love that so much. Yeah, Battlefield is not cozy. It's very intense. So Maximilian, I totally get where you're coming from here.
It's funny too, and like Night Rain is interesting because like playing as Duchess solo, I found to be pretty hard, and I'm just like not good at it enough to play alone. But then at the same time, like most of my frustrations would come from like teammates not doing what they're supposed to do.
Because the variable of you have 3 people, and if one of those people only, is 5% behind, you're
Yeah.
gonna lose, and that's very frustrating.
Or if we load in and it's like, this isn't always true. Like I've won times where it's like me as Duchess, someone as Revenant, and someone as the Witch, and like we've won, you know. But like it works out a lot better for me as Duchess when someone is a Wilder or an Iron or a Raider or something, so that they can kind of tank more. And I can just zip around because it's like I can't be the only one in the front. Like,
totally.
I'm made out of paper mache.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Any multiplayer games you like solo more?
Well, I saw Swordfish asked in chat about Final Fantasy 14. I don't know, like, I will say, like, you can solo a lot of the game now because of the stuff they added, the trust and duty support.
Mm-hmm.
I will say for the newer expansions, Friendwalker and Dawntrail, I would recommend doing it with the duty support first because it's more immersive, as in like the NPCs you go with are part of like the story. They're like your party members, and you get to like take your time and pick up on things, where if you play with other people, they're just going to zerg through and rush. Even if it's like day one, they're just going to like rush through it and you won't get to enjoy it. I would definitely recommend it. Also, just a real quick thing, there's a content creator named Wrath who has been trying to beat 14 solo, but also with like Iron Man rules that they self-imposed, and like one boss took them 85 days of prep stuff and research and trial and error to overcome them. I think their rule is like they can't like buy shit. Players can't give them anything. They have to craft everything.
Crazy.
They can't like take rewards, like the gear rewards. They have to craft everything, and they have to do everything like at the proper level. So like they can't do like a level 50 boss as a level 100 character if they power leveled and like just roll it. They have to do it like at level. Although they can use like some special enhancement stuff if it gets dicey. But it's kind of fun to watch some of those. Like, oh crap, this I don't know if that's fun, but I would say it's meant to be fun. It's fun to watch them suffer, I guess.
Crazy.
There are some games less like, straight online multiplayer games, but like games that I always advocate, like play solo first, like you were saying, because it's like way better atmosphere and you can get the story way better. Like Monster Hunter, I always say like you got to just play through the story first by yourself, because like especially the way they queue multiplayer for quests is so annoying. And then like Baldur's Gate 3, I think like I hear about people doing their first playthroughs multiplayer and I'm like, that's a mistake. I think.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, big shout out to Fortnite. Just so fun to solo queue because you can just ignore everyone and everything.
Right.
You don't even play the game of Fortnite. It's like, I'm just gonna do the quests. I'm not even like engaging with the battle royale killing surviving part. It's like I'm just in this map doing quests by myself. No pressure. Springfield. Dude, it's going away in 2 weeks. You gotta hop in.
Sell the map. Sell it Fortnite.
Yeah.
Sell it Epic as a thing that players can go back to, like in the solo thing.
Just if
Sell
you love
like $50,
dude, if you love Simpsons, get in there at least like once or twice just to do it. It's free. Just get in there for sure. It's crazy.
Do they have the monorail?
Not that I've seen.
crash
That is
at the
a
end?
miss, Isla. That's a big miss because they've had trains in the past that go around the whole map. They could have totally had monorail.
Yeah, but it would be great if it went around most of the map and then just crashed.
Yeah, it'd be
Right.
so good.
Yeah, I was thinking. I mean, it's kind of all free for all, anyways. But usually I think we started playing with each other in chat, but it probably Fall Guys. It's like one where like
Great.
I just kept playing that
Great.
game.
Yeah. Good one, Blood, for sure. Because you're just
Also
jumping in there and
I think it
surviving.
was Totillo's newsletter where he's like, "There's a lot of Fall Guys costumes among my friend or kids' friends like out on Halloween. Like lots of Halloween costumes for Fall
Amazing.
Guys." Yeah.
I love that. I think about Fall Guys often. Let's play a game. From Frankie. Good evening, allies. I've submitted a variety of games over the years, but I wanted to turn back the clock to the first game I ever submitted all the way back in 2018.
Nice.
God of War shout out. Nice. Well,
I didn't even do that on purpose.
I thought you did there. So yeah. Frankie says nice. I thought Isla was reading it. Yeah.
No, I have the rundown covered so I don't cheat at the game.
Nice. While we revere the wonderful sevens, we must not forget the titles that very nearly swam with greatness. Well said, Frankie. Below is a list of games from the last 30 years of gaming, Bloodworth.
Whoa.
Wow.
That
10
may-
years after video games were invented.
That may or may not have a score of giggity 69 per Metacritic. Some might be better, some might be worse. Feel free and guess the true Metascore too. All right. So, guessing whether
It a 69
it's 69
or not.
or not.
Okay.
Yes. So right there, almost swimming.
Yeah, and I'm gonna abstain on like the first two because
Okay.
putting the rundown together, I saw.
So you
Some of
say, so you're going to say same, better, or worse, everyone.
Okay.
All right. Screen cheat.
Did it get a 69?
Same.
Yeah, nice. 69.
69 for screen cheat.
Nice.
Amazing.
I think we should say nice if they got a 69.
Nice. I would like to play screen cheat again.
It's been a
been
minute.
too long.
Yeah.
It's been too long. We loved that.
It was fun, yeah.
Yeah, that was so fun. All right. Dino Crisis.
Oh, damn. I remember people at the
Worse.
time thinking it was, like kind of repetitive and they didn't like the Pursuer style. I'd say worse.
Better by a little bit.
Ah.
74.
Ah.
Swimming.
That's unfair.
Feel good to get wrong.
Yeah.
Driver Parallel Lines, 2006. I never played this.
Never even heard of that.
Never played this driver.
69.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, wow. All right, I think I'm in now because I didn't know that one.
Next up, Shenmue 3.
Oh.
Worse.
Worse?
Worse.
Worse.
Oh, no.
Barely.
Hubie.
Barely 67.
Okay.
Barely.
Okay.
I think I gave it a 7, if I recall. I gave it a 7 or a 7.5. I'm pretty
think
sure
so.
I gave it like a hard 7 where it's like, dude, we're swimming. We're swimming here. Yeah. Fact check on that. Are you already fact check? I swear I gave it a 7. There's no way I gave that an 8 or better. I can be impartial as a journalist.
Best 5 out of 7.
I can be so impartial.
7.
7, baby. I'm right there. I'm right on.
Wow.
And you know my attachment to that franchise. Next up, never heard of this one. 2003's Billy Hatcher and the Giant
Billy
Egg.
Hatcher.
Oh,
What?
Better.
Oh my god.
What is that?
Better.
It's freaking. It's the Sonic guy, Sonic creator,
Oh,
platformer on GameCube.
Not
I'll
good.
say worse.
I'm gonna go with nice, because this one is like this could go either way because this game was like kind of like off,
What in
but
the
then there's like
world?
people that are like cult following on it as well.
okay.
Yeah.
It was better. 71.
Yeah.
Just barely.
Yeah, barely. Here's a good one. 2006's Cooking Mama.
Is that the first
Same.
one?
That's gotta be
That's gotta
better.
be nice.
Somehow worse. 67.
What?
Cooking
Wow.
Mama.
Would have never guessed.
Would have never guessed it. Yeah. Next
People
up,
don't like
Isla.
that cooking.
Coming right at you, Isla.
Uh-oh.
2000s. Oh, wait. Oh, no. This is actually the separate. This is different. Sorry.
What is happening?
Sorry. D2.
Oh.
Yeah, not D. D2.
That's
This
gotta
was
be
the one on
worse.
Dreamcast.
I need to play that one too.
I
Let's
don't
play.
know.
Let's full
I'm gonna
play
go
through
with
that one.
nice.
I'll say worse.
I'll go same one more time.
Nice.
Nice.
1997's Broken Sword, The Smoking Mirror.
Ooh.
Oh.
I
Better?
said
One of the
1997 and
sequels.
Broken.
I don't know how those
I was
go.
about to say Broken Arrow, but that was a year earlier.
Yo, Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow. John Travolta, Christian Slater,
That
Howie
theme song.
Long.
What year? 97, right?
I'll go with
Great year
better.
in video games.
I can go better.
I'll say worse.
Nice.
Oh.
All right, Damiani, this one's for you. You ready?
Okay.
2008, and remember, listen to the whole title here. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories.
Chain of Memories.
Chain of Memories.
Shit. I mean, I would just say worse.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you know what? Funny history. Inside Baseball,
Yeah.
unknown story. I submitted a review for that game and never got published.
What?
to
Never,
game
the script,
trailers?
script never went into production at game trailers.
Are you
Was it
allowed
a
to?
review pod? Or was it a full
No,
review?
it was.
Are you
it
allowed
was
to
a
tell
full
us
review.
why?
Wow.
Yep.
Are you allowed to tell us why,
I
Damiani?
don't know why. I never found out.
That company
can't
doesn't
answer. I
exist.
don't know why it
we can
never
say whatever
happened.
we want.
Never found out.
I know. I don't know. Like I never found out why.
Crazy.
I remember
They wanted to
like,
silence
asking,
you.
like reminding
Damiani
one more
has been
time, and then like
silenced.
moved on to other stuff. I'm like, okay, because like I obviously like the game was not good, so it was so fucking grindy.
I
boring.
love Chain of Memories. It's one of my favorite stories within all of Kingdom Hearts. I love it so much. Castle
the
Oblivion.
Game Boy Advance one is got personality and stuff. This is just like run through like dungeon crawler looking environments. They're like cookie
Yeah.
cutter environments based on the Disney levels. Like it's
That's
just like
fair.
corridors, square,
That's fair.
corridor, square, and it's
Fair
like
criticism.
yeah, the story. is
But Damiani, it's the entry that gets me hooked on the overarching lore of Kingdom Hearts. That's the one where it's like I'm all in. For real, that's my take on that. I'm all in after Chain of
All right.
Memories. Yeah. It's
What-
worse.
what's the
68. 68.
So I was right. Worse.
So
okay.
close. So close. All right, next up. A staple of Easy Allies that is brought up no less than once every other week. The Matrix
Oh, dude.
Path of Neo.
Path of Neo.
Oh.
Not
Path
even Enter
of-
the Matrix.
Yeah, Path of Neo here.
That
Yeah.
feels like a nice.
I'll say nice.
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 That's a win, dude. That's a
The
win.
only answer for that.
All right, Don, coming to you.
He's not in here.
Oh, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. That's the new one, 2023.
That's gotta be better.
That's gotta be.
That's gotta be better.
Let's say nice.
Let's go with worse, because the base game probably people are upset about it or something weird thing.
We're swimming. 72, it's better.
Yeah.
Just there.
Nice. Okay.
Now we're double dipping here. James Cameron's Avatar the Game,
Oh,
2009.
That's definitely
Oh,
worse.
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 I got to do a sick interview for that back in the day.
Oh.
At
With
the
James Cameron?
at San Francisco at the Dolby.
At that thing?
I'm so jealous, Damiani.
Who did you
was not
interview?
James. It was not with
Cameron?
James Cameron.
Oh,
no. It was
God.
not with James Cameron. No.
I was like, you be holding out on us, dude.
Yeah.
No, it was not with James Cameron. They played a video from James Cameron at the beginning for everybody, like saying like, oh, "This is what we tried to do with the game and everything." Blah blah blah. But he was not there.
Okay.
It was
It's
high
worse.
quality. The presentation
I
of the game
bet.
and everything, and the
I
videos.
budge.
No, nothing was better than that ever.
61, it's worse.
61.
Yeah.
61. That's
Brutal.
way worse.
All right. And lastly, another absolute staple of Easy Allies, the Goddess. Lightning Returns,
Oh.
Final Fantasy 13.
Is that the
Probably
second
better.
one?
It should
That's
not
the
be.
third one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually,
Number
I
3.
haven't played Lightning Returns, so I can't say anything.
wha-
I've only played
Crazy.
13 and 13 too.
Whoa.
Let's say
Remember, I told this
69.
story.
I remember
literally
now.
said,
I
I'm gonna go
like,
for
I'm
nice
done.
just because it's the last one.
I remember.
I was like, I don't want to play
And
through
it's
this.
pander.
I can't do another one. I'm out.
Yeah. Just for pander and the whole, just for the thought process, I'll say 69.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep. Oh, the ending of Lightning Returns is insanity. Congratulations on 500 episodes, allies. Now let's beat Law and Order.
Coming for you.
We're coming. We're gonna get them.
I love it. I love that you've set this goal.
This is the battle.
Rivalry with Law and Order.
Yes. We are coming. We are so close. Oh, by the way, before we get to this week's bets, Easy Allies patrons are getting 2 bonus love and respect questions, including when we prefer to play games with VO in other languages. I love this because I love creators' intent, but I love like Yakuza I'm playing in Japanese game in Japan, but Final Fantasy VII Remake I'm playing in English. Japanese game still, but not in Japan. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm excited for your takes, patrons. So if you want to get in on that extended cut, consider becoming a $5 patron at patreon.com/easyallies. You'll get this podcast 2 days early, an ad-free version. You get into the official Discord, and you can submit questions to Love and Respect, and just get in there, help us out. We just hit 500 episodes. We need you to catch Law and Order. Get in there. All right, and our platinum producers. By the way, if you there's also if you want to really pump it up, you could do a $25 patron. You could be a
$25 bronze producer tier.
Yeah, it's a pretty
There you go.
bronze producer tier, $25, and that gets you Brandon Jones himself. Sometimes hilariously mispronouncing things, so check it out. But then even above that, we've got our platinum producers. They get a shout out on this podcast each and every week. And this month's shout outs go to Jabawabs, L. Thanis, and Lizard Wizard 64. Shout out!
Wow.
Love that. Now come join us on Patreon for those bonus questions. Patreon.com/easyallies. All righty. It is time for this week's bet. Here we go. This week's bet. We have, the console wars are fading away into oblivion. Console exclusives, Nintendo versus Microsoft versus PlayStation versus Sega. It's all just going away. But one big battle remains. Call of Duty versus Battlefield.
Yeah.
That battle is still raging on. This bet, getting a little of that in there and getting a little current zeitgeist in there as well. What will have more viewers on Twitch right before we begin the podcast, because we got to crunch numbers, so we're going to do it right before the podcast starts, is the official deadline. We're saying it right here, right before the podcast starts. What will have more viewers, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 or the combination of Battlefield and Ark Raiders? We did it that way specifically, if you're wondering, because Call of Duty is launching today. It's a little fresher. It's a little newer.
Yep.
It's also Call of Duty, the biggest juggernaut possible. And Battlefield and Ark have been out for a bit. But yeah, the battle. What is it gonna be? As of writing, Ark had 128,000. Battlefield only had 8.
Shocking.
That is concerning.
8,000.
8,000.
To be
Yeah,
clear.
8.
Not
That is
just 8.
shockingly concerning for Battlefield of what is going on.
But I mean, maybe.
Especially because they...
You want to be playing, not watching.
Yeah.
Maybe, so.
Okay.
Dead game.
And Call of Duty had 77,000. So, Damiani, the arrogant child.
All right. It's going to be Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
And it's going to have probably, 85,000 more viewers.
85,000 more for Call of Duty. The Wicked Worm, Daniel Bloodworth.
I'm gonna go for a close race.
Oh,
COD by 3,000.
okay. Whimsical Scum Isla.
I said Ark by 12,000.
Ark. Killing it. Ark. Punish Castellanos Dawn.
He says COD by 22K.
COD. A lot of people betting COD here.
I'm hoping no one else bet Ark and that I get it either way if it wins at all.
Well, it's Ark plus Battlefield.
Yeah, and Battlefield as well.
Whatever.
Strange Valentine Gabby.
COD by 10K.
Uh-oh.
So if it's Ark at all, I get it.
Sorry, Isla.
Damn you!
Got you.
God damn you,
Arc
Cypher.
plus 15,000. I
You
got the high.
bitch!
You got the low.
Ah, shit.
I think the Arc zeitgeist is not going away anytime soon, especially because they had a new patch today. / yesterday? Today? Brand new patch.
Today.
Fresh content. Crazy. All right, that's a fun bet. Wow, we're spread out here. So we will see. Last week's bet. Have you had the chance to see Predator Badlands yet, chat?
Oh, I just thought of it.
I have not.
We could either combine that as bark or barf.
I like bark.
Chad was saying Bark Raiders 6.
Bark Raiders, that's good. That's really good. Predator Badlands came out last week, and it is just nothing short of awesome. And since we had Brandon Jones on the show, we asked him to predict what the
Oh, God, right.
what the worldwide box office number would be today. Then the rest of us had to bet on what his prediction would be.
Ridiculous.
I love this. I love this.
The actual number is the highest, fastest grossing Predator in franchise history.
Nice.
It is already at $88.5 million.
Hey, pretty good.
But that doesn't really matter because it's about matching what Brandon said, Mr. Jones.
A week ago.
So, Damiani said 50 million. Bloodworth said 252 million. Isla said 150 million. Dawn was out. Gabby said 100 million, and I said 105 million. Let us see.
We were all thinking Jones would be very positive on this.
Nobody knows. Nobody has opened this. Nobody saw. We have no clue what Jones said. He's got it nice and crunched up in
Yeah,
here.
it's very folded.
Yes, very folded.
Origami over here.
Here we go. Brandon Jones said 120 million.
Oh,
I think that's me.
you said 100?
I'm 15 away.
105.
Yes. Yes. Jones. Yeah. Thank you, Jones. Yeah.
Damn, Gabby's 20 away and you're 15 away.
Yes. Awesome, Jones. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Predator Badlands. Check it out. Don't skip. Don't skip. Good theater experience. Really good
Oh, nice.
theater vibes. Big theater movie. And just, you know that if somebody is sitting in the theater seeing Predator Badlands, they're a real one. So, this is good vibes all around. All right. Bringing the new totals to Punish Castellanos Dawn with 11. And I am right on your heels with 9, Dawn. 9. It is too bad Stars has been all but demolished in the explosion of Raccoon City. All right. There was also a State of Play Japan this week, which we reacted to on Tuesday. Be sure to check it out. Isla was shouting about Artorias. I didn't hear it.
I gently mentioned it.
We love Artorias. And what's the Sif? Artorias and Sif?
Sif, dude, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
oh. I mean, that Artorias of the Abyss is like a top 5 DLC
one of the best
all
DLCs
time.
of all time.
Easily.
For sure.
Easily.
For sure.
And as we mentioned, Damiani and Bloodworth reacted to the Nintendo Direct for the Super Mario Galaxy movie as well. So you can check both of those out. Since I won the bet, I get to shout out to anything that's on my mind this week. I'm watching, I watched the first episode last night. Yeah. Last Samurai Standing on Netflix. The sales pitch is Squid Game meets Shogun.
Okay.
So the end of Samurai, it's like at the very end of the Samurai age, and this old epic legendary samurai that has like forsaken combat joins a tournament to win 100,000 yen. Back in those days, it's long. There's also a subplot that like elevates the whole show for me. There's like this big cholera outbreak that is just like wrecking people. It's like super intense. Not the heaviest show, but obviously very heavy because of that. But also just like a really good, fun, pulpy samurai fighting. It's awesome. The final word. Final word. Let's have do we ever have a group final word? What's our final word as a group today? Let's do that. The final word as a group. What do we got? What's on our mind? What do we want to be final about?
Good stuff. Very fast from Hey Man Nice Shots.
Hey Man Nice Shots. That was very fast. That's a good one, Blood. We'll take it. Yeah, you spun that out quick. And the trademark sign off is just love and respect. Be good, love well, love and respect.
No, it's a cop out of a game.